Okay, it's been 10 minutes. We're gonna start. So, listen, gamers and gamettes. This is a tier list. Thank you for giving that tier 1 sub, Shiny, to Spaceship Gen. You take your dogs, you can have them, you can take them. Of all 144 Spelunky PBs that I have on Moss Ranking at this very moment, March 26th, 2023, with the exclusion of ILs and areas, every other run that is on my profile is here. However, I didn't do redundant runs. Like, if I have one run that submits to 7 categories, I didn't just put it here 7 times, because that would be stupid. Which, let's be clear, this is still stupid as a whole, but it would be stupider if I did that. There are some exceptions, like, for example, the no TP any run is just a no TP no gold run, but it would be really weird to not include the literal no teleporter world record for Spelunky 1. So, some exceptions to that, but for the most part, there's not redundant runs here, okay? These are all pretty much unique runs. And they're from Spelunky 1, Spelunky 2, Spelunky Classic, and then my 5 Triathlon runs that exist. So, that's what the tier list is. I'm gonna be ranking them based upon how, like, good the run time or score is, like, all factors included, right? So it's not just gonna be like, oh, this run was really slow, but I played it well, SS tier. That is not gonna be what happens. If it's slow, it's probably not gonna be very high on the list. I might give, like, a little boost if the run was remarkable in some way beyond just the completion time, but, like, it's mostly gonna be based upon the completion times.
I love tier lists OMG.
Well, this is gonna be a good stream for you then, Soul. Thank you for the Prime for 41 months. You can hear your dogs, you can have them, you can take them. So, you'll also notice there's some visual theming I spent a lot of time on. I'm gonna go over it just so that you can kind of get a gist. And there's also a few identifying features that are, like, good to know just in general. Probably the most important of which is that current world records right now, world records in the category are denoted with a little icon in the top right. So for Spelunky 1, it's this little coin. For Spelunky 2, it's the crown. For Spelunky Classic, it's a diamond. And for triathlons, it's all of them are crowns because they're all world records. And then there's a couple that are denoted as challenge runs with a little ruby. So that's a thing. And then I also spent a lot of time on less relevant visual identifiers. So, for example, Olmec wins are mines terrain if it's just beat Olmec. If it's a no gold run, it also will feature the gold crust stuff overlaid on top of it. If it's a max run that ends at Olmec, it'll be some worm terrain, but if it's a max run that ends at Yama, it'll be mothership terrain, specifically an elevator if it's a book skip run. Alzra, thank you for the Prime for 35 months. Can your dogs, you can have them, you can take them next month. Pink badge. Yeah, okay. I can't do 25% of the tier list a second time, but thank you for the $50 donation, Silver. You dork, you goofball. You should have been ready before 4 minutes into the stream, and then you could have gotten in on the ridiculous meme that is me trying to have a donation goal in the year 2023. Thank you. Eggplant runs have an eggplant, shield runs have a shield, Drain Mech has a jetpack, Pet Rock has a rock. Low percent runs are denoted by bedrock. So if it's a max low percent run, it's worm bedrock, but if it's a no percent run, it's oversaturated to reflect the fact that it's dumb because it's no percent. If it's a shortcut, it's denoted by the terrain of that shortcut, which is the ice caves, and then there's also temple shortcut somewhere, which uses temple shortcut. If it's a hell run, a chain hell run, it uses the hell terrain, but if it's a book skip hell run, it uses a push block because we use a push block to do book skip. If it's haunted as a max category, then the terrain gets grayscaled to reflect that it's haunted. If the text is pink, this one gets asked the most. If the text is pink, it's a pacifist run. And if it's chain low, it's the crust there, and then score is City of Gold, and then low score is Gold Bedrock that I recolored. And that's HD. Then there's Spelunky 2, where Abzu is Tide Pool and Duat is Temple, but specifically Chain Low Abzu is the Pagoda, and the Chain Low Duat is the Duat tiles. Cosmic Ocean runs are the Cosmic Ocean background. Any percent runs just beat Olmec are Dwelling Dirt. ICS categories are Ice Caves terrain. Thanks for the Prime for 20 months security dogs. You can have them, you can take them. Thank you very much. Very, very cool. Very, very epic. Sunken City runs, or Sunken City, again, no gold, it has gold crust. If it's an eggplant run, it has an eggplant crown. If it's a true crown run, it has a true crown. If it's pacifist, it's still pink text. Low percent, once again, is bedrock, so therefore low percent Sunken City runs are Sunken City bedrock. Millionaire is Palace of Pleasure terrain. What else? Still, if there's a world record, it's got a little crown icon. And then the score runs are there. And then Classic, Spelunky Classic, if it's any percent run, it's the mines. If it's City of Gold, it's the City of Gold. If it's low percent, it's a push block. If it's pacifist, it's pink. If it's Tunnel Man, it's got a Matic. If it's a world record, it's got a little diamond. And then Triathlon is just, I'm gonna be honest, this is just a crop of the Duat Moon, because I didn't know what to do for triathlons. So there you go. That's all of the visual identifiers for the tier list. So now we can actually rank things 7 minutes later. That sound good? That seemed like a thing to do? I think we could do that. So, let's rank 144 personal bests from my Spelunky Moss ranking profile. All journal entries, Spelunky 1. This is a sub 30. It's a pretty good run. I don't hate it.
Beach, mouse, beach, mouse, pujichai, chukichai, chukichai, chukichai.
I forgot how much better the Japanese text-to-speech is compared to the regular text-to-speech on Lava Stream. Boo, thank you for the tier 1 for 5 months. Carry dogs, you can have them, you can take them. Next month, silver badge. Epic. Yeah, good run. Not amazing. I lose like 4 minutes to the machete at some point in the process. So it's like high A tier, not S tier. Just because of the machete thing. I have the guy pronouns, the ones with the H in them. That one. All shortcuts, loadless. D tier, because I hate the category. No, just kidding. This run's good. It's S tier. It's pretty fast. I can do faster. I literally have done faster. I just had character coffins. Yeah, pretty good. RTA, more S tier because my load times are good. So because I have good load times, I'm arbitrarily better than other people at the game. Literally, I play more effectively and therefore my loads are shorter and more effective. I don't think we can watch all the runs. Like, now that I'm actually doing this, I'm realizing how long it's gonna take if we watch the runs. Do you guys realize how long a minute is? And how most of these runs are several of those? That's not gonna jive. That's not gonna happen. Maybe like a few, maybe, okay? Maybe. Spelunky 1, any percent, world record, 135. This is a good run. It's not SS tier. That's for darn sure. That ain't happening. It's definitely better than my all shortcuts run. I would put it at a high S tier. Not gonna be at the SS tier though. Not a chance. No way, no how. But it's a good run. SS tier would be sub 130. Big money. This run's this run's really stupid because all right, yeah, we'll watch interesting bits. That's fair. I can deal with that idea. Hold on, let me like get a second window open so that I can pull in like relevant clips. Okay, Moss ranking me. Oh god, okay, that's no. That's the someone made a retro album cover of Spelunky 2, and that was the Cosmic Ocean track. Okay. So my big money run is silly. It's a little bit silly. And the reason why is that at a point in my funny, silly, big money run, I lose a bunch of time to being like actually blind. So if you'd like to see that here, we can watch it. It's this very remarkable moment where I do the dupe and I don't have 400,000. I'm literally a singular ruby away. And for the wiser Spelunky gamers in chat, you might recognize that there's these tiles, this one and this one, have rubies in them. They have a ruby in them. I don't know that in this run. I figure, oh, I got all the rubies. There's no more rubies. There's a ruby in this tile, and I'm also about to blow it up. And it's going to release a ruby, like literally on screen. Well, not entirely on screen. Anyway, I don't know that. And in my brain, I'm like, I need this to be a ruby. And then it's nothing. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I need a ruby. I need a ruby. And I run around like an idiot for like 15 seconds. And then there's the ruby. So the big money run is a little bit conflicting for me because while the time is good, I make a fool of myself at the ending. Like a fool, like a foolish fool. So I'm gonna say it's probably better than my AJE run, but maybe not by much. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Book skip eggplant. Here's the thing. If there's one categorization of runs that is going to be hard to rank on this list, it's going to be literally every book skip category because they're so new that I don't really know what their limits are. So book skip eggplant, I would probably say is like somewhere between these two, 511. I feel like this run has a lot of potential to go a lot further. It's very good. 511 is very good, but like you could get a late eggplant on a teleporter run and then do so much more. And then you could also do like a really fast book. Like this could be sub 4 at some point. So it's like, it's good, but it's not amazing. Book skip hell, current record or fastest book skip run, 333. It's pretty good. Would I put it in low S tier? I don't think I would put it in low S tier. I think I'd put it above big money, but I don't think I'd put it in the S tier. I don't think that's very reasonable to do. Book skip shield. This one's a little different than Eggy because you can't pivot to it on 4-3. You have to get it in the jump goal, but you do get a shield, which makes some of the other parts of the game like easier. So I would put it at higher A tier. I don't think it's like a more impressive run than my book skip hell, but my book skip hell can do so much more. It could go sub 3. So I think book skip shield goes a bit above it. Chain Eki 1931. That's not very good. That's not a good run. This run is literally, if anybody is curious about my chain eggplant PB, the fastest chain eggplant run I've ever done, this is literally a max pacifist chain eggplant run, but I got 1 kill at one point. That's why this is redundant, although one of them is typoed apparently, because this is 1931 and that's 1941. I don't know which one it actually is, but because it's a main category, I let the redundancy slide. So this is terrible. This is not good. It's not D tier because Chain Eggy is hard, but it's not B tier either. It's C tier. Chain Hell 332 low S tier. I think it's better than my all shortcuts. I don't think it's better than my any percent though. 332 is good, but I know I can do like way better. It's just I have to find a seed that's good enough, and that's impossible. So I think it's like a mid S tier, mid S tier area range, probably. Chain Hell 332, probably where I'd put it. if I had to do so. Okay. Chain Low Hell 506, highest here. I would say it's better than my any percent. 506 is very good. It's a very good run. I got very good hell levels, if I recall, which is why that run is particularly good. I would say SS tier would be like sub 450, probably for Chain Low Hell, so I wouldn't put it that high. But like, we know it can go sub 5 because the world record is sub 5, so can't put it that high. But 506 Chain Low Hell, very, very good. That run's very, very good. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's fast. Drain My Book Skip is just another not very good run. This is gonna be my favorite part of this tier list, is stumbling upon the runs that should not exist. But they do, because I put them on Moss ranking for some reason. This is low C tier, I guess. I literally struggle with this book skip. How long? Let me find. Let's pull it up. This one's worth looking at. Drain Mech book skip. Find it on the profile. More book skip. Scroll past all the world records because it's not a world record. There it is. There it is. Oh, this one's a Twitch VOD. It's just not a very interesting IL, so people don't really submit to it. Yeah, I don't care. And also, shut up. Okay, how long is the book skip on this run? We go from an entry time of 4 minutes, and it takes me... Legend! It takes me almost 8 minutes! Oh my god, I forgot I had to... Oh, chat, it's so bad! This run is so... I run out of push blocks on this Olmec fight to be able to use, and the only way to finish and progress involves me pushing a different push block onto Olmec's head and transporting it over to the stack. This category requires sending Olmec into the abyss. I forgot I had to do that. This run is so bad. Oh no. Like, what a power play, but also that is not a good run. Yeah, I have to do this. And then there's like a really upsetting moment, if I recall. Right? Isn't there a moment where like, oh, I hate that. I don't want to see it anymore. Make it go away. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. That's low C tier. It's an 8-minute book skip. Oh no. Drain Mech Chain L. This one's like high B tier. It's not that good, I think. Yeah, if this was content, it would be SS tier, but it's not content based. It's if the run's good. Drain Mech Chain Hell is like high B tier. It's good, but like I also could do way better. I just don't run it very often because it requires like a ton of bombs. And you need to get 2 jetpacks, and you need to not want to do a regular run. So that goes in B tier, for sure. Drain Mech, Teleporter Drain Mech 228 is also, well, I guess it's a low A tier. 228 is pretty good, but this run can sub 2. Like, absolutely. It just so happens to end with a 60% chance of you dying, so it's kind of easier said than done to actually get the run. To complete, but it could be sub 2. The most recent run, this one is, you might remember, it happened literally yesterday. The Haunted Max any percent record, 220.720. I can vaguely recall this run. It had 3 rushing water levels, which is pretty cool. The seed was really dumb, but I still got a record off of it. And the Olmec is like pristine. And I think it probably is like a low S tier. I think that qualifies for a low S tier because this run could sub 2 maybe. But like a low 2-minute time would probably go into like SS tier maybe, possibly. It's good, but it's not like super good. So bottom S tier. Haunted Max Pacifist Chain Hell, 819. This run features a teleporter. It is not Speedlunky, but it's close. This one's tough because it's a run that like I'm the only person to ever do a speedrun of, and this is the only speedrun I've gotten. So it's hard to say how good it is. If I had to specifically pin it somewhere, probably like there. Like, it's not as good as the any percent record, but I think it's better than my Chain Hell. It's very good. It's a very good speedrun, but it absolutely can be beat. It's just rare and very specific. So high S tier, mid to high S tier, good run. Highly recommend watching. Pacifist speedruns of this game are so cool. Please watch all of them. If you're bored, just watch every pacifist speedrun I've ever done. I promise it's worth it. Ice Cave Shortcut Max Low Percent. Most of you probably don't even know I did this run, because who cares? But it's like mid S tier probably. 213, pretty good. I lost 3 seconds to Olmec being stupid. Or 6, I don't remember. I lost one of those amounts of time to Olmec being stupid on this run. But it's pretty good. It's the current record. I mostly did it because we're gonna add it to an achievement, so I figured I'd get a good run of it. And also, it's max low practice, I guess. So there's that. Yeah. Low percent hell. I don't know why I didn't put percent here. I clearly had enough space, but I didn't. This is I guess I'll put it there. It's bad. Like, I can get a sub 5 low hell. I just haven't yet, because I keep getting bad RNG with my Olmec push blocks for book skip. So every time I try and do a low hell run, I actually don't get to do a low hell run. So my current PV is still a 16-minute run, which is, to be clear, this run is a no percent hell, but I took 1 damage. And that's my current low hell PB. So little work to do there, maybe. You can sit in mid C tier. Will I ever use D tier? I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever uploaded a D tier run, because normally if it's that bad, I don't upload it. So this may literally stay empty the entire time, but we'll find out. Low percent pet rock is D tier because it's terrible in category. I'm kidding. It is a bad category, but the run is good. 253 is like low S tier, mid to low S tier. It's probably not better than my all shortcuts runs, but a 253 in a whipless low percent category is pretty good. What is low percent pet rock? It is a low percent run where at the 1-1 spawn, you pick up a rock directly next to the entrance and you can never drop it under any circumstance. So it's basically low percent, but you can't ever get stunned and you can't use the whip, and it sucks and it's terrible. And the only reason I ran it is because I was coerced into doing it by Gary, who promised a Moss ranking feature I really wanted if I got the world record. That's the only reason I ran it. But I did get a good run in it, so I'll put it at low S tier. I did put it at low S tier. Low percent Spelunky HD, 234. Did I get it instantly? It took me 2 days. My first day of grind, I lost to Olmec 5 times, mostly for reasons I could not control. Because it turns out doing a fast Olmec without the whip is even worse than a regular fast Olmec. 234 low percent is probably better than my Chain Hell. I don't think I'd put it above this though. I really want sub 230. Sub 230 would probably put it at the top of S tier, and then I think an SS tier low percent for me is like a 222. I think that would be when I would officially decide that it's SS tier. Yeah, we might do another run through afterwards of like secondary takes on things, but yeah, $200 more for a tier list based on content, and then a $2,000 to watch every run. There you go. Low percent score, Spelunky HD, 544,000. So I will say, for the actual like run itself, because this run doesn't book skip, I just die in the temple. It's just a regular low percent score run up to that point. Like, for that, it's kind of like high S tier, but that's kind of ignoring the potential for this category to be like literally $1 million. So understanding that with the early death and everything, it's like a low B tier. So there. Sorry, low percent score. Maybe someday. Master Sword chain low percent. This is a category most of you don't know exists. It's max chain low, but when we go to the worm, you have to pick up the Chris knife. I've been on record as saying that max low percent should just do that. I think that max low percent runs as a whole would be more fun and interesting if you were required to collect the Chris knife. I just think it's fun. I just think it like more meaningfully incorporates that part of the run. But it's low percent, so no fun allowed. 628 is okay. It's not very good given that you literally get a Chris knife. This run could literally be like a 530 and I wouldn't be surprised at all. So I'll put it like above Drain Mech, I think is fair. Low A tier. Max any percent, 205, but really 206, because it's less than a frame off of 206, and I don't know why the timer doesn't count by frames, but it doesn't, and I don't understand it. But anyway, 205 max any percent, pretty okay. I would say it's worse than the Haunted max any by a little bit. I can definitely sub 2, and I think an SS tier max any percent would be like a sub 150. I think that's SS tier. So I'll probably clarify for like the more meaningful categories what I think an SS tier is, just to like contextualize it, because there's gonna be very few SS tier runs on this list, if any, which really makes you wonder if I know how to make tier lists when 2 of the tiers are theoretically completely empty. Just go with it, okay? I'm doing my best. There's 144 of these. It's hard to get a vibe. So yeah, low S tier. Max book skip shield, 608. This run is pretty good. I would say it's better than the book skip shield, not by a significant margin. Would I put it at top of A tier or bottom of S tier? I think I'd put it at top of A tier. I don't think that's an S tier run. I don't think I can, in good conscience, put that there. Tall Man City of Gold will probably be SS tier, yeah. Now that you mention it, that probably does make the cut. Spoilers. Max Chain Eggy, we mentioned it earlier. It's literally a pacifist run, but I got 1 kill. The kill, for the record, I'll pull up the kill. Here, we'll get another run snippet to add some context, add some content to the whole shebang here. Wait, where is it? Don't actually go to the pacifist tab. You got to kill, so it's not actually pacifist. Max Chain Eggplant, it's a Twitch run. You get to hear my voice. I'm so sorry. Well, that happened. Yeah, shut up. Not right now. Okay, this run, it was interesting because,
Bella, no.
Yeah, Bella, come on. I thought Anubis was good, and then I was dealing with Anubis, and I realized Anubis was actually not as good as I thought.
Get him outside of it.
And this caveman,
Because I'm running out of time anyway.
is at 1 HP, and I blow this up, and the gold hits him. And that's literally the only kill I get on this run. Otherwise, this is a max pacifist Chain Eggplant. So, given that information, as a regular Chain Eggplant, it's not very good. It's probably a low B tier, which is where I put it temporarily, but I think that's actually a good spot for it. So yeah, that's a good place, I think. Max Chain Hell, 410. I hate this category. This category should not be main. This absolutely should not be a main category. Let me just say that. But 410 is good. It's not amazing, but it's good. I would probably say it's a little bit worse than my Chain Hell run. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of it. Because sub 4 is super doable, and beyond sub 4 is also doable, in my opinion. It's just that this category is like a nightmare for finding a seed, because you need to be jetpack, teleporter, compass, and then you need to get the black market, and then you need to get a good worm tongue, and then you need the rest of the run to work out. So it's terrible, it's a horrible main category. Please remove it from main, but until now, that's my run, and it's S tier, it's mid S tier. Another fairly recent run, this also happened yesterday. Max Chain Shield, 12 minutes. I didn't give it much credit at the time, but it is actually not a bad clear. I would put it like high B tier. It's my first ever Chain Shield run. So it's not great, but it's decent. I wouldn't call it bad. But there's a lot of potential for this run to go quite far. It can definitely sub 10, maybe better. But yeah, another very recent run on the list. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Max low percent, the dumbest, most garbage main category, besides all shortcuts loadless. 340 is good. It is a good time, but it can be better. I would say better than my low pet rock, worse than my all shortcuts is where I'd put the 340 max low percent. It's just a category where you can just save time and save time and save time by just brainlessly grinding it. It doesn't really have much to do with how good you are at low percent. It's more of just a kind of nightmare time sink where you constantly run it until you get a perfect worm tongue, a perfect mothership entry, and then a perfect those 2 levels, and then the rest of the levels are good too. And then you get a good max low. SS tier max low percent, I would say, is about like a 315, 320, something like that. Max no percent. This one is one of the few runs that I've denoted with the challenge icon, because it's not a run that I really care to consider as a speed run, because A, there's not a practical way of doing that. I don't know what this run would look like in an optimal speed setting, but anyway, as a clear, it's a very good clear. Max no percent is a very RNG heavy category that's difficult to do. I was grinding it for probably about a week and a half, like super actively, and I got it. This was my 3rd run that made it to the mothership. I made it to the mothership and died in the mothership once. Then I made it to the mothership and died on 3-4 afterwards. And then I made it to the mothership and went the whole way. Those are my 3 good max no percent attempts. So as a clear, I'd probably put it at like high S tier. Pretty cool run. And honestly, as much as I harp on no percent as being a kind of a stupid challenge, I will say the new change where we can actually use landmines make these runs way more fun. It's actually a lot more interesting to run max no percent now. It doesn't feel super brainless like it used to. So that's cool. Why I decided to do this? Why not? I don't know. Why do anything? Max Pacifist Chain Eggplant. I didn't mark this one as a challenge run, which really says a lot about the hubris that I hold dear to my heart. It's a 32:39. It's not even close to being a fast run. This run also would be no gold if not for a singular gem that was perfectly obscured by a Hawkman. So that's a little bit tragic and kind of hurts its placement. I would still say that just the clear of this category alone is high A tier. And because it's not fast at all, that's where I'm gonna put it, is high A tier, Max Pacifist Chain Eggplant. I still would like to do a lot more. I think that this is a little bit of my own bias. I think a lot of people would call this run like an easy high S tier. But I just think there's so much more potential for Pacifist Chain Eggplant stuff, so I'm gonna put it there. That's how I feel. Especially because this run is a 1 kill Max Pacifist Chain Eggplant, and it's like 10 minutes faster. So it goes to show that it's probably just A tier. No Gold Chain Hell 417. This is also a no teleporter run, and I believe it is featured later as its no teleporter variant. So ranking it under the fact that it's not a no TP category, a 417 is probably here. I think it's here. Yeah, the little coin iconography is current world record. And the ruby iconography is a category I denote as a challenge only run for the purposes of the list. No Gold Chain Hell can be sub 330, like that could just happen. Just one day there might be a sub 330 No Gold Hell. Probably won't happen in our mortal lifespan, but it could. So with that in mind, a 417 is definitely not high S tier. I'll still put it low S tier because a No Gold Hell is so rare to actually get a clear in at all. A little bit of lore. When I first started grinding Spelunky 1 actively, when I took a break from Spelunky 2, the first big run that I got, or rather didn't get because it was a choke, unfortunately, was a no gold hell world record pace run. It was a low 4-minute no teleporter no gold hell that was faster than this one. The pace was better. And I ended up dying on Yama, but that was like the first run that I got that sort of gave me the indication of like, oh, I could actually get some like really good runs in Spelunky HD apparently. So there's a little bit of lore for you. No gold haunted max any percent. This is not the run I got yesterday. This one is a no gold run that I got on a different day, and I would say it is a better run. It's 11 seconds slower, but it throws on no gold, which is a little bit spicier. I would probably put this right around there, a little worse than the max chain hell. Now this category could go a lot lower, but it's very rare. And as a result, it's not likely to go much lower. I would say an SS tier of this category is like 215. But it could go as low as like 205 or something. That could just happen. But it's a rare run, so not really likely. No gold haunted max pacifist low percent, which once again, I did not denote as a challenge run. Really makes you wonder why I even bothered denoting any of them as challenge runs. Because I kind of want to do this run fast at some point, because this isn't where I'm ranking it. I got the world first clear of this run a while ago. This particular run is a second clear that I got later because I want to do the run as a book skip, so I still go for it. But on this particular occasion, I just didn't have what I needed to book skip, so I just finished the run as a PB. And I've gotten to Olmec on this category, I think, 2 more times since then. So it's consistent enough for me that I can semi-regularly complete it, which means that I think it could also be a viable speedrun. Now, as for the time, I don't think this time is bad. I think it's actually like probably just the very bottom of S tier as far as like 1550 time goes. I think this run could be like a 12-minute run, maybe better than that if I was to give it like an honest attempt with some speed factored in. There's so many parts of the run where you cannot go ultra fast, so 12 minutes I think is a fair estimate of it. No gold low percent hell. This is the same as the low hell, but because it was also no gold, it's this. This run isn't good either, but it isn't C tier. I'd put it at the bottom of B tier probably. Again, this is a no percent hell where I took 1 damage. So yeah, I can do much better for no gold low hell. That's for darn sure. No gold low percent, 243. This is just barely not world record. The world record is also a 243, but a little bit faster. This run is worse than the all shortcuts run, better than the max low percent. Yes, and I'm also gonna move this over because I don't think that's better than all shortcuts. No gold low has so much potential. I've been on 235 pace like multiple times, so it can absolutely go further. And SS tier is probably sub 230. Yeah, I'm happy with this run. It's a good run, but no gold low is so squishy. It can be pushed so much further, especially with a hyper modern Olmec now, making the fight 6 seconds faster. So that's cool. No gold max low percent eggplant, a recent clear of mine. Once again, you might notice I did not give it the challenge indicator because apparently I want to speedrun this category because I'm stupid. This is a good clear. Just for a clear alone, it's an S tier, I think. As far as the time goes, 21:44, that's not very fast. But I would still say that the run clear on its merits alone is probably above no gold chain hell, but below the haunted max any. I think that's fair. So very cool clear. Like if this was just based upon cool categories alone, then that would be very high up in the S tier. But because I think it can also be way faster, I can't put it super high S tier. So I put that there. Yeah, no, like part of the reason why I don't denote them as challenge categories is because I want to push them further, right? Like there's a lot, like specifically pacifist runs and like low percent book skip runs, I think could be really cool speed runs, but right now nobody really thinks of them that way. So the more runs I get of those, the more hopefully the tune will change. No gold max pacifist book skip. This run's great except for the book skip. I completely blundered the book skip horribly, like It's a 3 to 4 minute book skip for no reason, which I think kicks it down to like mid A tier instead of being an S tier run. I think it's a cool clear, and I'm happy with the time, but it has so much more that it could go, so I can't put it too much higher. No Gold Max, Pacifist Chain Hell. Some of you might remember this run. It happened like 2 days ago. I was very happy with this clear. I think it is a cool clear. It is Speedlunky, just barely. It is a run that is slow to start, but then I get a teleporter in Black Market, and the rest of the seed is quite good. I would put this run... probably there, yeah. Probably there. I'm gonna say it. It can go much further, but the thing is, like, despite the fact that I had a slow start, the rest of the run was so good that it's still a like very high S tier run that I would consider better than my any % record. Now who knows, maybe I'll be humiliated in the future and someone will drop like a 630 in this category, but until then I think it's top S tier run, in my humble opinion. No Gold Pacifist at 8%, 220. This run is good. It's not amazing, but it's good. I'd probably put it around right above my low %, but below the max no % clear. No Gold Passiani I think could definitely go to like a 210. It could sub 2 if you like get a really good run, and that would probably be a double S tier at that point. But yeah, No Gold Passiani 220, I think that's quite a good run. No Gold Passy Chain Hell. This one is very conflicting to me, okay? Because if we specified no teleporter in our speedrun categories, I think this would be the first double S tier. I think it would be the first double S tier if we specified that. And I would like for us to someday, at least for the hell categories, start making some no teleporter category splits. Because this is a no teleporter run. It's a 624 no gold passy chain hell, and it doesn't have a teleporter at any point. And that is a really good time for this run. It's like, what? Let me check the leaderboard. So no teleporter, no gold, hell. A 624 is literally top 20. So even if this run wasn't pacifist, it would be a top 20 no TP, no gold hell. Which I think is a testament to how kooky this run is for being a no gold pacifist chain hell, no teleporter run that is a 624. So again, if we specified no teleporter, this goes in double S tier. Because we don't, I can't put it in double S tier. I think I would put it at like the top of S tier still. Because even with a teleporter, this time is very difficult to beat. Now, just because it's my tier list and I do what I want, I'm going to still put it in double S tier because I would like for us to make a no teleporter category, and when we do, I will submit it to that, and it will be, in my opinion, one of the best runs on Moz Ranking. It's such a good run. It's such a good run, and I'm so happy that I got it because I wanted to get a really fast Pacifist Chain Hell. I wanted to get that world record because Pacifist Chain Hell is absolutely my favorite speedrun in Spelunky 1. It 100% was my favorite speedrun. It's one of my favorite speedruns in the entire series. It's so cool. It's so fun to run. I love it. And the fact that I got a run that was fast in it and was record was super exciting. The fact that it was no teleporter as well was super exciting. And it is also no gold. It's double S tier. One of the best runs of all time, in my opinion. In my humble, not so humble opinion. So anyway, no gold world record, 147. Oh, what a little arc this was. Me grinding no gold, trying to get the record, and losing to Olmec constantly. This run is very good. I would say it is probably there. A little bit worse than the any % record, relatively speaking. I have gotten, the other day, I got to Olmec on 142 pace, if I recall correctly. So I absolutely can push it further. I would say a double S tier no gold would be about a 135, so my any percent time. Maybe sub 140 is more fair, but it's a great run. A 147 is quite good, and I'm very happy to have gotten that record because, as you all know, I am literally the only Spelunky player. Of the entire Spelunky community, there's one person who likes teleporter no gold. I am that person. No percent hell. This is the only other category that I denoted with the challenge marker. it's just these two. They were the only ones. I had this idea in my head that there would be like several, but it only ended up being two because I'm stupid and weird. So ranking this exclusively on the merits of a challenge category, no percent hell, I would say, drumroll please, no percent hell is easier than max no percent. Probably put it there. I think it's a little better than my chain hell run. I wouldn't say it's more valuable than my 234 though. It's not a huge difference between the difficulty of these two, but I think max no percent is just less common. No percent hell you can do on any seed. Max no percent is like 1 a dozen, right? Yeah, more like no percent denoter, exactly. Those are the only no percent runs on the entire list, I think. So it's kind of literally true. The no teleporter any percent world record. Given what I just said out loud, the sentence, you would think it would be high S tier, but it's actually gonna go like here. Yikes. Really? Heck, you're gonna say the no TP any record is worse than your low percent pet rock? Well, when I say that, then yeah, that's kind of silly. And it's better than my max low. Is it better than my no gold low? Just barely. And we'll say it's better than the max low ACS, but I don't think it's better than all shortcuts. No TP any can go sub 210. In fact, I'm gonna say it. I can't believe it's not sub 210. The game's been out for over 10 years and we haven't gotten a sub 210. It's kind of surprising. And I'm part of it. I'm now grinding it as well, and I still haven't gotten one. This is a no gold run. This is a no TP, no gold. I'm not saying it's bad. It's still mid S tier for sure. It's still a great run, but it's not amazing. It's not fantastic like you would expect the no TP any record to be. ICS is Ice Cave's shortcut. No teleporter book skip. This is the one book skip speedrun that I'm very happy with right now. I would say it is probably better than my chain hell. I would say it's probably not as remarkable as my no percent hell clear. It's sub 4. I was really looking forward to getting a sub 4 no TP book skip. I got it. And then I beat that and I got this run, 356.5. Pretty good. No TP book skip still has a lot of potential. I would like to someday get like a god run that's like sub 345 and then throw it up in double S tier. For now, I can't do that because we haven't had book skip for long enough. But yeah, that run's quite good. I'm happy with it. I think it is neat. There are task runs, but task runs for Lunky are very boring. They're exactly what you would think. Like the first thing you imagine is exactly what the run is. No TP chain hell, 347. This one's tough to rank because I am happy with this PB, but lately I've been getting close to record, and I thought people referred to no TP chain hell as like one of the best records on Spelunky 1 main, and I think that's fair, but I've been getting close, so I can't rank this super high S tier. I would say it's probably better than my all shortcuts. Better than my low percent, not better than my no gold passy. And I think that's where I put that. It's a great run, very happy with it, but I know I could do better. The task that I want to see is all journal entries. An all journal entries task would be absolutely unhinged disaster content that would be utterly unwatchable without a ton of like extra work on top of just making it, but I would love it. I think that would be so freaking cool. We're not even halfway done. It's been almost an hour. Okay. We haven't even finished the first game. No teleporter drain mech, my baby, my sweet category. Oh, I love it. It's like a child to me. I would say 314 no TP drain mech is better than my max any, just by a little bit. This category can go sub 3 though. The only reason it hasn't is because I haven't gotten a seed with paste bombs. If I get a seed with paste bombs, this category is going sub 3, baby. And I'm gonna be very happy about that. But for now, low S tier. No teleporter, haunted max, chain hell. This run is so funny. It's like such a nothing run. I just randomly ran this category one day. I got this run. It was good. It's A tier. It's not S tier. Say it's probably like bottom A tier. It's not a very remarkable run. It's just kind of a random thing. I'd be happy to help uptake. I would be happy to help with the process because I kind of want to work on it too at some point, but I just don't have the necessary brain and understanding of the existing tools. I'm gonna bump big money. I think I was a little bit unfair to it. I don't think I want to put it in S tier though, because it's a category that has so much potential still, and this run's kind of a bit embarrassing. No teleporter max any %. Oh my god, I need this stupid world record. I have been on 252 pace into Olmec, and then I got a push block and I lost. 311 is... I put it there. Mid A tier. Mid A tier. Seems a little harsh since it's like a top 5 run, I think, but it's a category that has so much momentum still, I think, so that's why I'm putting it there. No TP max book skip. God, I can't get sub 5 in this category. I keep trying and it just does not happen. Probably because I'm trying to get a no TP max any instead, so that would explain it a little bit. 514 is still good, but I would probably put it like there. Probably a little bit better than that run we just ranked. No teleporter, max, chain, hell. Oh, I wish this icon was more interesting. It's not, but this is probably one of my best main PBs. I would say that it is better than my 506 chain low hell. I think that's fair. It's one of the best runs I've ever done, as far as main speed goes with Spelunky HD thus far. We're going to watch a small excerpt of it that I feel we would be remiss to not experience together because it is so freaking epic. It is so freaking epic-tacular. Within like, what? Some of you may already know what this moment is, but for those who don't, there's still ample time for things to go wrong. For example, no Anubis. This Anubis is the only reason I didn't get world record, by the way. But check this out. Oh, I deserve an award. Just witness. Wait, hold on a little bit further, because kill the mummy and then I go up. Just look at this nonsense. I'm gonna say something that might sound really self-absorbed, but I do think it's true. I think I'm the only person who would have ever done this Anubis kill. I don't think any other Spelunky player on the planet would have bothered trying to do this because it's so stupid. It's such a stupid play to go for. I could just throw 2 bombs in here and it would kill Anubis and it would be like a couple seconds slower. But instead I do this absolute like pixel hitbox nonsense for which there is no excuse. Like I'm literally intersecting his attacks right now. But I get him with the back whip on the Chris knife. And then I hover here for a second, just casually in between all of these insta-kill attacks, just vibing. That ring disintegrates and it allows me to escape alive with the scepter in hand. And again, all of that saved me a whopping 2 bombs and like 2 seconds. So I think that squarely sits at the top of S tier. It's not a double S tier. This category could probably go sub 420 as like the absolute best of the best. But it is a very, very good run. Very happy with that run. No TP, no gold book skip. 548. This run's fine. But Speth beat it low percent, so that's awkward. Top of B tier, bottom of A tier, bottom of A tier. No TP, no gold chain hell. Hey, we ranked this already as a non-no TP category because it's a main category. That's why it's doubled up. As a no teleporter run, this run is like less than a second off of record currently. I do believe that this run could go sub 4 though. I would say it's probably double S tier. So a 417 no TP, no gold, chain hell, probably.
ハローナイスティアリストソーファーハブファンヘクティクウェーブ
Probably better than the no gold haunted max 90%, but not as good as the max chain. No. Evolution, thank you for the tier 1 for 14 months. King your dollars, you can have them. You can take them. Thank you very much. Very, very cool. Very, very epic. No teleporter, no gold, haunted max chain, hell. This is a run that just randomly happened, and the seed is extremely cursed, and the time given that seed is very high S tier. However, that's not how we're ranking these things. If the seed is bad, then the run is bad. As a result, I think this fits right around low percent pet rock tier. I think that's a reasonable enough spot for it. This should absolutely go sub 6 someday. It's just a very rare run to get. Yeah, no D tiers yet, because I don't really submit D tier runs. There will probably be like 1 or 2. Probably. No TP, no gold, 214. This is the no teleporter any percent world record. And while I put it low S tier for no TP any, I'm going to put it very high S tier for no TP, no gold. Would I say it's better than the any percent record? I would say it is just barely not as good. It is a fantastic run though. 214, really good no TP, no gold time. Double S tier would be about a 210, I think. So it's not far from it, in my opinion, but those extra 4 seconds are a lot. Like you might argue, like if it's that close, why is any percent higher? It's 5 seconds away from the double S tier. It's just because I think those 5 seconds are more reasonable to achieve rather than the 4 seconds here. Passy chain hell. This is also a no gold run. The only current double S tier run is this run, but because it is not a no TP or no gold category, I kind of can't rank this very high. As I mentioned with the no gold Passy chain hell, if this was a no TP run, I would probably put it about right below the no gold record. I think that would be a reasonable spot for it. In the context of not a TP run, or sorry, in the context of a TP category, however, 624 does not cut it. And I would put it probably around my max chain hell. However, same executive decision is going to apply. I think we should start getting some no teleporter pacifist categories at some point. And because of that fact, I'm going to rank it as though it is a no teleporter category, because when that category exists, I will submit to it, and this run will be a very, very good run. So yeah. Take that to the bank, why don't you? This is a big one. Pacifist, chain, low percent, hell. Little backstory on this run. I had been going for it many times. I had gotten to Yama on several occasions, and each time I found a way to lose to a very specific and very unfortunate mistake. And I cannot blame the game for most of those. I honestly just kept making a small mistake, and I say it a lot. I'm not a choke player. I do not suffer from like the sort of nerves that you get at the end of runs sometimes. I don't really struggle with that very much. And while I certainly do get some amount of nerves, I'm not like made of steel. It's It was totally unreasonable for me to have screwed up as much as I did in this category. And so it took me so much longer to actually get the clear. The day I got this clear was insanity. I was doing pacifist challenge runs and I got to Olmec on a pacifist chain low hell on like the first attempt that I did of that day. Pretty cool. I then get another attempt and I make it all the way to Yama. And I do the kill in a way that I thought was completely foolproof, but because of a little mistake that at least I was not familiar with, I got credit for the kill. So in essence, I basically cleared the category, but because of a technicality, it didn't count. I had 1 kill. I then did another run, which was also no gold, very shortly after, that made it all the way to Yama. I had gotten 1 kill the level before Yama to a vampire. And then I did the Yama fight correctly. So 2 runs that day of Passy Chain Low Hell, but with 1 kill, and one of them was no gold. Needless to say, I was in the throes of despair. But I didn't give up. I did not quit, and I kept doing runs that day, and I ended up getting another run all the way to Yama. 3 Passy Chain Low Hell runs to Yama in like a 3-hour time span, and I did it. And I got the clear. And I'm the 2nd person ever to clear this category. Now you might notice, and I'm kind of putting my head in my hands right now, it doesn't have the challenge run iconography. Which means that I think that this run could be speedy. And I do actually believe that. That's the worst part. I'm not even looking at it right now and disagreeing with myself. I'm just laughing at how ridiculous it is. To look at Pacifist Chain Low Hell and say, I could do that fast. Probably. This run, unfortunately, was really slow because I got like multiple snails that landed on Olmec's head that cost me like 4 to 6 minutes. And so it didn't end up being world record and it didn't end up being fast, but just on the merits of the clear of this category alone, on those merits alone, I believe that this category deserves to be top of S tier. Because this run is truly one of the hardest runs in the entire series. It's such an absolute test of your understanding and skill of the game, and it's complete and utter nonsense. It's not fair at all. It's not a fair run. So many seeds are completely unwinnable in this category, but the runs that are winnable are one of the most interesting runs out there. I would say a double S tier Passy Chain Low Hell would be sub 20. I think that's fair. But the clear on the merits alone is still top of S tier for me, pretty much. The only runs that I put above it are 2 of my best main category speedruns. Every time I see this PB, I laugh. Because in Spelunky HD, diamonds are all worth $5,000, and you might notice that I am exactly just to be clear, this is truncated. All of my score runs are truncated for the sake of fitting into the square, but this run is exactly this amount. It's $2,995,000 exactly. And if you do the math, that's literally 1 singular diamond exactly off of 3 million. Which is insanely funny. And if we're talking like raw content of a PB, that's gotta be double S tier, cause that's so funny. That is really funny. But I'm bad at score. It's not 3 mil. I don't think I can put it in S tier because it's not 3 mil. Put it about there, mid to high A tier. And then for duped score, this is like C tier. You could beat this run with just the temple alone, I think. Better than the Dream of Exit, though. That run's really bad. Yeah, I haven't beaten the 2.995 million. I'm kind of glad because it's really funny. Like, it's such a funny run that I kind of don't want to beat it. I definitely could, but it's still, I'm bad at score. Like, I'm on record as being terrible at score. We're almost done with Spelunky 1, guys. Can you believe that? And I only put 1 run in double S tier. Uh-oh. That might be the only one that stays there. I don't know if I'll rank any of the Spelunky 2 runs like that. Temple Shortcut, low percent health, 239. This is a very good run. I don't know why I did so many runs of this category. I guess book skip practice and Temple low percent practice. Very good run. I would probably put it above the no gold record. I think that's fair. It's hard to beat this time. You need to get like a just clean, super good seed to be able to beat it, and you need to execute on it too, because this is a hard category to clear fast. It's very easy to just die. Temple Shortcut low percent, 44.6. This could be like a 42 at some point, so it's good, but it's not super good. I'd probably put it like around max low percent. Tutorial percent 115. I've never really pushed tutorial percent very hard. This is still a mid A tier. Probably around low A tier, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. There, I think is fair. I think it's a reasonable place to put it. I think that's fine. Probably. I love how I'm about to finish Spelunky 1 and I only have one category in double S tier, and it's technically on a technicality. Vanilla score. If DT didn't exist, I would have probably put this run like here. Because when I got this run, I was like, holy smokes, what an insanely good run. And then DT shows up and just embarrasses me and brings me back down to the earth on the recollection of the fact that I am not actually a good score runner. What was DT's run again? It's like 1.7 million? Yeah, 1,708,000. He's so good at score! How does he do it? So this is actually like, I don't know, there. Around there, probably. I'm so humbled every time DT does a score run. Every time DT submits a score run, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm nowhere. I'm getting nowhere fast on these stupid categories. I cannot believe he got a 1.7 vanilla score, dude. It's so crazy. So this is, that's the HD list. I'm gonna look back through it now and see if there's any I disagree with. So, double S for this, yeah. Is there anything I want to promote to double S tier? Probably not. I am putting this at such an unreasonable standard. I could put this in double S tier on the merits of the clear, but I don't think that's fair. I think that double S tier challenge categories go further than this. Especially because I think this could be done no gold and maybe max. Basically, yeah, playing runs in C tier. Don't worry, that'll be what we do in Spelunky 2. This we'll rank all the eggplant runs really high. Yeah, yeah, I don't think any of these belong in double S tier. And I think I like where most of the S tier rankings are at. I think I'll bump down the chain low hell a bit. Because, you know, I can beat that by like 15 seconds for sure. Whereas like these two are going to be a lot harder to beat. These two runs are quite good. Yeah, I think I really overshot the chain low hell. I think it belongs more like there. Because it's not sub 5, and I know that I can sub 5, and I can sub 5 by a significant margin. Whereas with like any percent in no TP, no gold, the margins are a lot smaller. Like where these are. That's good, that's good. Swap these. No gold chain. Oh, nice. Oh, no gold. Oh, nice. 8%. Yep. All shortcuts. I think I bundled these two together. But I have to put the RTA higher because my load times are good. No TP any. Low vanilla score. Double shortcut. Low max low. Low player rock. No chain. No max any. Max low eggy. No. Swap those. Max packs. Let's swap those. Just very bottom S tier for that. Max Passy Chain Eggy. We'll put that in S tier. Big Money, Max Book Skip Shield, score. Yeah, that's where it should be. Kind of rushed through it because I'm embarrassed about my score runs. TP Max NE 311. Books yeah. I think that should go there. There. Eat. Score no major glitch. Master Sword Chain low. This should be higher. No TP Max Book Skip. Fair. No TP Max Chain. H Max Chain rather. That's fair. I don't know why I did H Max. I probably could have just haunted Max Chain. Whatever. Brain Mac tutorial percentage to be no gold book skip, and then these runs are kind of not relevant anyway. They can all just be in B and C tier, and I think it's fine. All right. I guess that's where I'm gonna land on Spelunky 1. Yes, the SS tier and D tiers are kind of stupid. I apologize for the fact that those two tiers might as well not exist, but you know what? If it gets this category, this run to be watched by more people because of how cool it is, then it's all worth it, in my opinion. All right, Spelunky 2. Oh, Spelunky 2. I have not played this game in any serious capacity in over a year. And so most of its runs are probably going to be rated lower because I am basically a year behind the current meta. Some of them are still very good. A good handful are still world record, but a lot of them have been, well, far and away surpassed. For example, starting off, Obzu percent has been absolutely annihilated. At the time I got this run, I probably would have put it like right here or something. Now, the new record is like a low 4-minute run. So that's not cutting it. Heck, it ain't even sub 5, dude. But it's still telepack chain, so I still think it's an S tier run because it's a fast telepack chain. I just don't think it's going to be very high in S tier. It's probably about as good as my low percent Bedrock. Spelunky 2 all journal entries. This run's quite good. I kind of sometimes wish that I didn't get this run because for some reason people just stopped running the category because I guess if you can't get world record, why bother? It always was very disappointing to me that it kind of went that way. It has been beat now, which is great. It always could have been beat. It loses 2 minutes to Giant Spider at the ending. Like, on that alone, you could have beaten it, but that also disregards other things like the slow eggplant grab. It's not a perfect run, and it got beaten. It's still a great run. I would still put it mid to high S tier, probably. I'd say it's about as good as... I'd put it right there, I think. I think that's fair. It's also impossible to distinguish the two of these. I use the beehive texture for both of them, because what else are you going to use the beehive texture for other than all journal entries? But they do look very similar. You can tell which one is Spelunky 2 because it's 50 minutes. Spelunky 2, any percent. This used to be a world record. It's now like 9th place. People have gotten good at the teleporter. I could destroy this run at this point, I'm pretty sure, because I've been doing Spelunky 1 teleporter, and it's so much more agonizing. Like, if I get back to the Spelunky 2 grind, I look forward to destroying this run. I look forward to crushing it. It is still S tier. 135 is still a great time, but it's going to be probably low S tier. I think I'd probably put it around here. It's a very old run. The standards have changed. Seeded any percent. It's sub 1, baby. Woo! It's good. Good seeded any. There you go. You could get a better seeded any by getting a better seed. And it's not record anymore, whatever. Chain Low Obzu, 853. Biggie just got an 811 in this category. It's insanity. An 811 Chain Low Obzu, are you kidding me? Just go get auto death skip at this point. As for this run, I do like it. I think it's literally like not my PB. Like, I can't remember if this is or isn't my PB, because I got that one run a really long time ago that was sub 9. It was way ahead of its time, but I picked up the clover. And I didn't highlight it because I picked up the clover. And then we eventually changed the clover rule. So this literally might not be my PB. Yeah, thanks, update. Is it better than my any percent and my obsu percent? I would say it's somewhere in between the two, probably. I don't think it's better than the obsu run, but I think it is better than the any percent. Chain low percent Cosmic Ocean. This run is a run where I have a nosebleed. I also mislabeled the percent here. Chain low Cosmic Ocean percent. That's not how it works, but it wouldn't have fit next to the low percent, so sue me. This run isn't very good. Top of B tier. That's super beatable. Like, I could beat that in a day. Chain low Duat, 934. I'm still mad about this because I went to the trouble of grinding the high roll route where you do the jungle, use a bomb for BM, and then Olmec skip, get the Ankh with your other 3 bombs, and then you have no bombs for Anubis or Osiris, and I finally got to run with the route, and then my Sunken City was abysmal. This run should have been sub 9, but it's not anywhere near it. So I'm mad. I still think it's better than my obsu percent though. Probably about there. Should have been so much better. Should have been high S tier, but Sunken City is a terrible speedrun area and I don't miss it. Chain low percent Eggplant Obzu. This is one of my remaining world records in Spelunky 2. Wow. And I gotta say, I think this one kind of deserves it. This is almost a Speedlunky Chain Low Eggplant Obzu. That's really good. It's not unbeatable. I fully expect for it to be beaten. Definitely this year. But mostly boils down to how much people decide to run these categories. But this is a great run. I would probably put it around here, I think, is fair. About my no TP chain hell. It's a great run. I'm glad it's still a record. It's a nice category to still have for me representing on Moss ranking, you know. Some of my world records are not as deserving, but that one I think is a really solid run, and I'm glad that it's still at least somewhat relevant. Then the Eggplant Duat version compared to the Chain Low Eggy Obzu. This one isn't record. It has been beaten. And it's not as good of a run. It is a spicy run. I remember it being pretty funny, but the 1233 is good. It's S tier, but it's gonna be probably lower S tier. Think about there. Better than my max on 8%, but not better than my NA% in Spelunky 2. Cosmic Ocean percent, 4201. Believe it or not, this is still second place. The only run that has beaten it is the sub 40s that I have gotten. I'm still pretty happy with this. No, you just get a hired help druid for Eggplant Duat stuff. They carry the Eggplant for you in that game without being a hassle. Cosmic Ocean, 4201. It's definitely mid S tier. I don't think I can put it in top S tier, knowing that I could have definitely gotten a sub 40 if I grinded enough. I would probably say it lands here. I think that's a good spot for it. It's a very good run, but it can absolutely be beaten. Grashamti! This is the only run that I gave the elevator because it's such a good run to get the elevator texture. I think it's a perfect representation. This run's good. I choked a sub 4 by forgetting a few Ushabti on a run, so it's not particularly great. So I guess I'll put it like here is probably good. And now we are officially at the point where I can't even like see the runs when I'm looking at the tier list. So that's good. Duat percent 505. Duat percent hasn't been destroyed like Abzu has, but that's just because it hasn't gotten, like, Roach hasn't gotten the seed for it yet. So that'll happen at some point. I'd say my Duat being a 505 is better than the Abzu of a 509, not by a significant margin, though. I'd probably put it about with my chain load Duat. I think that is fair. Eggplant Abzu. This run got beat recently. I was very happy with this run when I got it, just barely sub 7. It's a pretty cool run. It's a telepack run with an eggplant. I really enjoy that. Technically, you could just get a Vault Child and skip that entirely, but I'm going to assume that doesn't exist for the purpose of this tier list, because then these categories are stupid and shouldn't even be bothered with. I'd probably put this run around no TP any in Spelunky HD tier. It's pretty good. Is that high though? I don't know, because it's one of those things where it's like this could go way further, but it's a super difficult category, so I think that's a fair spot for it. Eggplant Cosmic Ocean. This run is so old. It's from when I was practicing for Break the Record Live. Or was it Break the Record Live? Yeah, I think so. It's not good. It's not even sub 1. Nowadays, it needs to be sub 1. So I'd probably put it like just above the Drain Mech. It's still a good run, but like to be S tier, you need to be a sub 1 for sure. Eggplant Duat. This run has also been beaten. This run is probably not as good as the Abzu. Comparatively, it is a bit harder than the Abzu version, I think, but where would I put it if I had to put it somewhere? I think it's a little better than my any percent. Would I say it's better than my Chainlaw Abzu? Probably not. I think it can fit right there, and I think it's a fair place to put it. My S2 rankings are going to be a little bit off just because it's been so long, so I don't think I'm going to get them quite as accurate as my HD rankings, but I think they'll still be fine. Oh, my sweet child. Eggplant percent. And I haven't been beaten yet, and it's conflicting, because on the one hand, this is one of my favorite records that I have. On the other hand, I would love to see somebody get a faster run in this category. I've been waiting and waiting, but I think most people just don't care about this category. But I love it. I love Eggplant percent, and this is a very good run of Eggplant percent. I would probably put it on par with my Chain Low Hell. 339 Eggplant percent. Very, very good. Very, very good run. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Wumper. Like, you and Roach are the people I've been waiting for to get this run, because you both have really good sunken runs that are better than mine. So you absolutely have the wiggle room to do it, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the day that an Eggplant percent run drops. It's like a 320. Eggy True Crown Cosmic. This is literally a filler submission. It's not even a win. It's a 745. D tier? No. Yes. I'm putting it in D tier. We used D tier. We did it. Like, this isn't even a challenge category. This is a speedrun category, and this isn't even a clear, but it's still on Moss ranking, so it's on the list. I only put it there as filler because I eventually intended to get a clear of it, but I stopped playing Spelunky 2, and therefore that's my PB right now. Here's a run. Here's a run. Here's a run. I escaped shortcut any percent. It's a 20-second speedrun. This is the fastest any Spelunky game has ever been beaten under any circumstance. So it's double S tier! No, it's not. But, and it's gonna be a little bit embarrassing, like, it's still probably like here. Because you can't improve upon it very much. There is like one improvement on this run that you can make, and it's that I bounce on an All Might for a couple seconds on this run because I run out of teleports. So if you can improve upon that, congratulations, you will get the world record, and it will be therefore double S tier. But yeah, you're not gonna do much better than a 20-second run. No, this isn't Ice Caves IL because I had to rob a shop because I'm starting at Ice Cave Shortcut, so I'm wasting time by doing that. But yeah, this is unfortunately this is a really, like, actually it's like here. Like, it's actually a really good run. It doesn't get much better than that. And it's very silly that run is so high up on this list, but like the honest truth is that that is a really good Ice Cave Shortcut 80% run, and it's hard to beat that. Like, comparing it to your regular any percent runs, right? If you get to Ice Caves at a minute, which is kind of like the goal time for top level runners at this point, if you were to do that and then this was the rest of your run, you'd get a 120. So it's really good, and I promise it's stupid, but it's good. Ice Cave Shortcut low percent eggplant. Oh my god, chat. This run. There is no greater example of the flaws I possess as a human being than this run. I decided to grind it because I wanted it to be a category on Moss Ranking because I think it's so funny that this can be a thing that you can do. I reset thousands of times, chat. And it's not because the seed is that rare. It's because I got the seed like 3 times before I got the run. Because on all the other runs, I kept throwing. I kept just dying after I got the eggplant. And so I went through all of this agony to the point that when I do finally get the clear, it's a 9-minute run. Chat, my low percent eggplant PB is faster than this run, and it does the whole game, not just Ice Caves to Sunken. This run is the pinnacle of my hubris. This run is everything that's wrong with me condensed into a single Moss Ranking PB. And it's still gonna not rank in D tier because it's a cool category on its own. But know for a fact that if we were ranking these runs on the reflection of my character, it would be the bottom of D tier. It's not going there though, because that's not what we're doing right now, because that would be very hard and I would have a nervous breakdown 10 minutes in. I would probably put it like here. Anyway. ICS low milli 324. This run's pretty good. It's not amazing. I would put it probably low S tier. Probably not better than my no TP drain mech. Yeah. Yeah, it has 4 clears. The best part about this is that I got what I deserved because TV Robot beat my run in a day. Which is awesome, by the way. I'm not mad at TV Robot, I'm mad at myself for deciding to put myself through it all. This makes me so mad. Why have you guys not beat this already? Why don't you like fun? Spelunky 2 players? Are you kidding me? A 44 is still the Ice Caves. What are you doing? The difference in tone between this run and the eggplant percent, remember when I said earlier that like, oh, I'm happy that this is record. I can't say that about all my runs. Why is this still record? Come on. It's a good run though. It's not bad at all. I'd probably put it like there. It's good. It's just this category is super easy to grind. The attempts are so short. It's brainless. I get it, but I don't know. I just always vibed when I would run this category. Like when I felt like playing Spelunky 2, but I didn't feel like playing Spelunky 2. Ice Cave Shortcut low percent was what I would do, and I enjoyed it. And this is a good run, but it should not be record. Ice Cave Shortcut low sunken sub 4 is good. I got sub 4 like the same day as DT, and mine was slower. And I was kind of sad because I was like, oh, well, that kind of took the wind out of my sails, but that's okay. It's still a good run. It's not like crazy good though, so it's probably gonna be around here. Probably. Ice Cave Shortcut pass low. It's not sub 1. It's still good, but Like I could have done way better if I grinded it more. I think I'll put it like there. I think that's fair. Nice little ice cave shortcut column. even the Spelunky HD runs there. That's amazing. Speaking of low percent eggplant nonsense, here it is. And it's still world record, which I find very surprising. Wumper is having mercy on me, is what that is. That's the only reason I have record in this category, is because Wumper has not felt like destroying me yet. But it is a very good run. An 811 low eggy is something I'm very proud of. I would probably put it... Would I put it above AJE? I think I'd put it just below AJE. I think I'd put it right there. Low percent, Jungle Temple. Like an 830 no gold eggy. No gold low eggy, you mean? Yeah. It's scary. Low percent Jungle Temple. It's not 8 tier, don't worry, but I need to take a drink. To be fair, and maybe this is not very nice to say, but Heavy State kind of killed the big differentiator for no gold low sunken. Like, no gold low sunken is not as much of a challenge compared to what it used to be, because you couldn't do a fast Hundun without being super duper risky. Now you just can. So it's a lot easier to get a comparable no gold time. Not to say that DT's run is bad. It's an 830 no gold low is crazy good for no gold low eggy. It's a really good run. It's just that nowadays, like, if that run was from before Heavy State stuff, it would have been unbelievable. True, it's different with Eggy. Eggy could always do that. So I guess I'm being an idiot by not factoring the fact that you have Eggplant Crown. But you still can't do floor strats. Like, floor strats are not viable with low percent Eggy because you can't whip gold that falls on you. Floor strats were viable with low percent Sunken because you could whip the gold out of the air. But you can still kill Hundun on the way up with Eggplant Crown. It's just not floor strats. Rank Jungle Temple, don't forget it. 347 Jungle Temple, it's good. My low percent PB, if it was turned into a low percent Jungle Temple run, would be a 326. Which goes to show that this is not anywhere near the level of what I can do. And to prove that point, I probably should remind people that this run... I'm gonna sound like such a bad person saying this out loud, but this run I got in an hour after someone bopped my low percent Jungle Temple record. Snowy beat me, and I booted up the game, and within an hour I got this run. So I definitely could do better. That was back when I was grinding for perfect score. So that was why that worked out the way it did, was because I had the full general grouping record. So anytime I got bopped, I could immediately just full grind that run, which is what I did. Which is why I then got the run in an hour, because I was specifically going for low percent Jungle Temple, which lets you get, it's like not a fair system, because like Snowy and other people were running all the low percents. Meanwhile, when Snowy got the record, I just immediately went and ran Jungle Temple nonstop. So it's a run I got in an hour, therefore it can't be too high, but it is a good run. I'd probably put it there. I think that's fair. I forgot. Oh, of course D tier was gonna get some entries with the low percent millionaire half an hour run. Okay, look. Just to be clear, this was the first low percent millionaire ever. Okay, I did this run before we had any strats. This was the first time that it had been cleared. I did this run as a proof of concept so that we could make the category. And I'm so glad I did, because low percent millionaire is a really cool run. I think it's awesome. I think it's one of the more interesting runs just on like concept alone. But I did this run like slowly and like carefully and like getting idols and ghost pots and like doing stuff like that. And so that's where that lands. Is bottom of D tier because it's terrible. I never ended up getting a PB to beat it, but it exists for that reason. I could split S tier into some smaller tiers. I don't know if that would really change much because I think that this is just kind of... This is where my skill level lands, so to speak, right? So like when it comes to runs I get that are good and reflect my skill level, I think it's natural for them to sort of congeal into a tier. And I could break that down further, but I feel like the cutoff would be a little bit arbitrary, you know? I did split it into 2 tiers. I just only put one run up here because I have the standard set so high. So I'm not gonna split it down because I just feel like it'd be, I don't know if it would improve the list, so to speak. Spelunky 2 low percent. If we are talking on like emotional value and like the pop off from the clear of the run, then it would be right there. I can think it would go right there. It's not how this list works though. And this run is conflicting to me because objectively, this run is extremely good. To this day, it has not been beaten, and there are some incredibly good low percent players. Wumper has also gotten a 306. It was a little slower than mine. It beat my other 306 that was unrecorded, but it did not beat this 306. I have been on record as saying that there is no reason that this run shouldn't have been beaten by now. I think that sub 3 should happen. I think it needs to happen. But Spelunky 2 community just doesn't like low percent as much as HD, which is fair because it's not as fun in Spelunky 2. If I had to rate it, which I do, because that's the point of the tier list, I suppose a fair placement would probably be there. It's so funny that Ice Cave Shortcut any percent is above it. It's so funny that it's there. And it's so funny that this run exists. It makes me so happy that I just put the low percent world record underneath Ice Cave Shortcut any percent. Anyway, it's a great run. It's one of the best runs I've ever done. I will cop to it. And when I say that it should have been beaten by now, this is your moment where you can reference to, I'm not saying that because I think 306 is bad. I'm saying that because I believe in everybody who runs the game. I know how good you all are at the game. You can do this. You can beat this run. I know you can. And it's gonna take a while. It took me 2 weeks to get this run of pretty consistent grinding, but I did it a year ago, and you've all gotten a lot better than me. You've all gotten a lot better than I was at Spelunky 2. So when I say that this run should be gone, it's not because it's bad, it's because I have the utmost faith. But there you go. For everybody who's wondering where I thought the 306 landed despite my comments, it's very high. I think it's one of the best runs I've ever done. Clearly. Low percent score to Spelunky D tier. D tier. This run is better. This is a higher score. D tier. It was another filler submission that I only uploaded with the plan to beat it later, and then I never did. This is a better score run. Low percent Sunken City. This run is very good. I'm very happy with this run. It comes with a bit of a funky ending where, let me pull it up. I totally screw up on Hundun. Where is it? Full comment. True. Absolutely true. Wait, I'm in HD. I need to go to Spelunky 2. Sorry, I forget that there's a page for that game. Low percent sunken. There it is. Oh, I was streaming this. Forgot. Remember when I played this game? No! So to be clear, that whip was not meant to hit Snakehead. The reason why I whipped is because of the pot that falls. So you might think, oh, heck, you idiot, why did you do that? It was supposed to be like a well-measured response play to this pot, and I don't even feel bad for the whip. I think it was like a very smart and well-reasoned play. It just happened to hit the snake at the exact timing, and that cost me 30 damage. Okay, well, one bomb hit him, but I'm a moron. I tried to whip the pot to make sure if there was an enemy I'd be fine, but now I lose. Oh yeah, 2 of the bombs hit him. That's why the run was still good. Like, just somehow 2 of the bombs got him in the process. Okay. Maybe not. So it's a very conflicting run because I'm happy with it, but I totally just lose time to a very silly thing right at the end. And I think I might still have record if that was the case. Anyway, it's a great run. Definitely S tier. I'd probably put it around the quality of... I'd say it's a little worse than the Chain Logi Abzu. I think that's fair. I think it's a good place for it. This is like one of my favorite icons. Low percent turkey. Oh, sub 4. The dream that got beaten already. This run's good. There. That seems fair. Cool. Millionaire! Oh, dude, I'm so happy that there's no stupid crown on this run anymore. Oh my god. Oh, dude, it's so exciting. Everyone's running it and they're like, I hate this, and I don't get it. I don't understand why people hate it. It's not like it's Chain, where it's like 6 minutes of doing really boring stuff. It's Millie, where it's like 30 seconds of doing really boring stuff. 321 is fine, but sub 3 is gonna happen, so I can't put it too high. I think this run's just top A tier. No gold Abzu. Why is this run a thing? Like, top of B tier. I think that's fair. Like, you could just do a chain low that's that fast. You could just do that. Speaking of which, no gold chain low duat. 15 minutes. This was mostly, like, this is a really old run, and I was trying to get a fast clear. And at the time, I was still very happy with it, but I admitted that I could have done much better. And that's still true. It's a good run, but I don't think I can put it much higher than, like, low A tier. No gold, Chain low percent, Eggplant Abzu. The anniversary run. I got this run exactly 1 year after Dai's, or a day before 1 year of Dai's initial clear. This run's good, 1531, pretty good. It can definitely go further, and it's been beaten. Probably put it I'd say it's a little bit better than my all shortcuts run. I think that's fair. No gold chain low percent eggplant duat. This one was just a clear. I was not going for speed at all, but I think that speedrunning this category is very viable. So I'd probably put it about there, mid A tier. Seems like a good spot for it. I don't think it deserves to go much higher. It's a very cool clear to get, but it isn't that insane, so. No gold Cosmic Ocean. Oh my god, this run is so sad, dude. I'm gonna put it bottom of C tier. Oh. This should have been the first ever no gold Cosmic Ocean clear. It should have been. It really should have been. I'm not gonna play the clip. You can find it pretty easily just because it's not really worth watching, but the reason that this run died was just because I missed a Z input. I just went to hit the jump key and I didn't actuate the key, and so instead of feathering my jetpack, I fell on the ground, and there happened to be gold there on 793. And that was the only mistake I made, otherwise it would have totally been the first ever no gold Cosmic Ocean. And it felt bad because I had been on record at the time that this category was not as bad as people thought, and I went to go run it, and this was like one of my first attempts, and it got so far, and I wanted to get the clear and like sort of plant the flag and be like, hey, look, it's totally doable. And people nowadays have come around to that fact that no gold Cosmic is just not that bad. It sounds horrible, and it kind of still is because it's Cosmic, but it's not as bad as it sounds. It's definitely a lot more doable. I never did end up getting a clear because after a while I was trying to do a fast clear, so obviously a little bit harder, but yeah, it's a very sad submission. It's a very sad run. Why is this world record? Why did I have to put a crit? This is like mid B tier, guys. Come on. 907 no gold Dua, and it has the world record icon on it. Run no gold chain. Oh god, that's gotta be the lowest world record for sure. The next highest is Master Sword Chain Low at mid A tier. And it's not even comparable. Yeah, no one's ever run it. The world record is a 9-minute run. It's not no TP. You can use the teleporter in this category. This is stupid. How is this a record? No gold, low percent eggplant, 1203. Pretty good. Pretty good run. DT has showed me a big dime by having an 830, but yeah, I like this run. I would put it bottom S tier. Probably like there. This was the first ever clear of this category, though, for what it's worth. So. No gold low, Spelunky 2, 321. This is quite a good run. Only been beaten by just a smidge, by Wumper, a couple seconds. It is a very good run. I was going for the no gold low record. I was on a big grind. And I knew there was a chance that I might just get record and not be happy with it, but I did get this run, and this run was definitely one that I was happy with. I would probably put it above low percent Eggy. I'll put it above all journal entries. I think that's fair. No, you know what? There. That's where it goes. The coin icons denote a current world record for Spelunky 1. Same as the crown does in Spelunky 2. No gold, low percent sunken, 802. With modern strats, this category, or this run is not quite up to snuff. When I got it, it was definitely quite good. I'm really sad because I always wanted to get a no gold, low sunken with no gold floor strats, which is an absolutely psychotic strat, but was doable, and therefore I wanted to do it. Unfortunately, with heavy state being the new cool trick, it's not really worth doing anymore. I'm a little sad about that, but this run's good. I would probably put it... I think like right there is fine. The 2 gems are categories that I denoted as challenge only because I don't really have the context for how fast they could be, and I don't ever really intend to go fast. These are the only 2 categories that I gave that, though. Everything else I thought about in a speedrun context, including some runs that really should have been denoted as challenge only, but I'm stupid. No gold pacifist chain low percent Duat, dude. What a run. Out of nowhere, I got this way earlier than I thought that I reasonably would, and it's definitely one of the best runs I've ever done. Not for the speed, but just for the clear itself. I would probably put it above eggplant percent, probably above chain low hell, probably above no TP, no gold, but not above any percent. Very cool run. Very, very cool run. Very happy with that clear. Pacifist chain low percent is a spectacle in Spelunky 2. It's not quite as amazing as Passy Chain Low in HD, but Passy Chain Low in HD is a worse run. It's way more consistent and interesting in this game as an experience, but this clear is so much more meaningful just because it's so kooky ridiculous. No gold Passy Cosmic, 744. Just looking ahead, you might notice, heck, you broke your duplicate run rule. It's not a duplicate run. My Pacifist Cosmic Ocean PB is a 744, and my No Gold Pacifist Cosmic Ocean is also a 744, but because that 744 was a little bit slower, they're actually different runs. They just both are at 744 at different times. It's kind of funny. Anyway, this is a cosmic category where not having a clear is respectable. It's only been cleared once. 744, however, is not as good as I'd like. I'm going to put it towards the bottom of A tier. I think is a reasonable place to put it because this was like one of the first attempts that I got of it. So my first ever pacifist run, 447. I could have crushed this. I almost did a few times. Still a good run. Probably about here. And nah, it's not better than Book Skip Eggy or my score run. No gold pacifist, low percent sunken city. Mostly just for the clear. Didn't really go fast at all, and it absolutely can be done fast, as has been proven by some very fast gamers. I'd probably put it about with Low Jungle Temple and stuff like that, because it is a very difficult clear. But yeah, I can't go much higher than lowest here. No gold pacifist sunken. This is also my no TP pacifist sunken PB, but there's no joint category, so they're separate runs. As a no gold run, I think it's better than just as a no TP run, so I'll probably put this in like higher A tier, mid A tier, because it's a teleporter category. You could do that, and I probably would at some point if I got deep in the Spelunky grind again, for Spelunky 2 that is. Better than my Eggplant Cosmic though. No, oh, the run. Oh, this silly, goofy run that probably single-handedly has shaped the opinions of no gold for many, many people. And I kinda hate that I ever got it. Oh, came so close to beating it with a more honest attempt, but never quite did. It's a fantastic run. It's really good. It's very fast. It's one of my best runs. It's not record because Roach has beaten it. Roach is very good with the teleporter. I think that's fine. That's fine. Am I still second in no gold? Or have I been beat by somebody else? I am still second in no gold. Lumber got very close pretty recently, though. Yeah, very good run. One that has lasted through the test of time. No TP Abzu. Oh my god, I hate these runs. I hate these stupid categories. I hate them. Low S tier. There. No teleporter, all characters. Just barely 15 minutes. It gets the mothership tile because you go to the mothership in this run. Oh, isn't that funny? This is pretty good. I waste like 20 to 30 seconds trying to find the black market on this run though, so that doesn't help. I would say about there. I think that's a good place for it. No teleporter any percent in Spelunky 2. Man, this poor category has been annihilated. Wow. Record is sub 220 now. Good luck. Just get the perfect seed. That's your only option for no TP any nowadays. My 232 is good. I can't rank it too highly. I think I'll put it just a bit below my any percent. No TP AST. Oh, what a category. Wow. Oh, what a run. Why do people like this? Oh my god. Dwelling Simulator. 1313. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Probably about on par with my chain load duat. Somewhere around there. No TP duat. Oh boy, another no TP chain category. I love running these. I got a bit better than my no TP Abzu. Chain Logi duat. No TP Eggy! Oh man. Oh, this run was so innocent. I was so excited to get sub 6, and nowadays, oh, what a nightmare. This poor category got ruined by main. The S tier is rather large. This is where all the runs that I'm happy with go. Some of them could have been put in SS tier, but I set the standard extremely high. I put it very extremely high. Yeah, Remy mentioned splitting the S tier before, and the reason I don't want to do it is just because I think it makes sense that the S tier is so big, because like this is just where my runs will naturally converge over time, because they reach a point where they reflect my skill in the game and therefore are in a tier where all my good runs go. And then the only reason more of them aren't in SS tier is just because I've put such a high standard on this tier for some reason. That's probably a mistake, but too bad. There's gonna be 2 runs in here probably total. Some of you already know what the second run is. And I'm happy because it's gonna put a lot of emphasis on those 2 runs, and I would like them to be seen more. Yeah, Kois, you should. I was losing my mind when I put low percent here. Like, I had a brief nervous breakdown about ICS any being above it, but it should be. It actually should be. Like, it's so silly. It's so silly, but it should be here. It's a very good, it's very hard to beat. Well, yeah, losing a second to All Might is the only reason it isn't SS tier. Because if I didn't, then it's basically the perfect run. No TP eggplant. So yeah, this was so innocent at the time. I was so excited to get sub 6. I still think it's a good run, but yeah, nowadays this run is a lot stronger than it used to be. I'll put it above the no gold, low sunken. Still, I think that's fair. No TP eggy duat. I forget that we have no TP eggplant chain. Okay, it's a very random category. It's kind of bad. It's not even that much faster than my chain low eggplant duat. So I'll put it at like high A tier, I guess. Yeah, weird run. No TP Millie, also kind of just a random run. Yeah, he did, Clace. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I think it can happen, it just, you need to get a very specific seed. 556 no TP Millie is not very good. I think I'd put it like there. I think that's fine. No TP, no gold sunken. This is also just a very random run. I should absolutely get a sub 5 in this category if I really want to go for it, but 549 isn't like bad. I guess I'd put it about not above the no gold pass allow. Would I just put this in the same spot? I feel like it's about as good as the no TP Millie, actually, just incidentally. No TP Passy Sunken is similar to the no gold pacifist Sunken. This run is a little bit more excusable because of the no TP restriction. I think I said at the time that this was the better run, but I think I'm gonna change that just because I forgot that this is not no teleporter. You can just do a teleporter run and destroy those. So I would put this, I guess there is fine. Although nowadays it's a lot different with the undone infighting stuff. No TP Sunken, 446. This was another run that I got in an hour when I was back on the perfect score grind. So obviously not up to snuff because I could theoretically beat it again in an hour. I would still put it probably about here, I think, just a bit better than my any percent. Right. We're almost done with Spelunky 2, and therefore almost done with the entire list. And we'll go back and through and look at the Spelunky 2 runs, because I think some of them will definitely need to get moved, because it's harder for me to rate these because it's been so long. Pacifist opposite. I guess just on the merits of the run alone, it could be mid-C tier, but that's just from a triathlon. It's not. It's my most recent Spelunky 2 run. Check it out. What a run. Passy Cosmic, 744. IB tier. Unlike No Gold Passy Cosmic, I can't excuse this one as much for being a non-clear. I think I should have gotten a Passy Cosmic clear. I just didn't run enough. Pacifist low percent. This used to be world record at a time. It's a good run. It's not really up to my standards, though. I could do so much better. It's not made anymore, though, so sucks to suck. They're not the same run. I've talked about that. I specifically brought that up. They aren't the same run. They look like they are. They just aren't. I guess I'll say the Pacifist low percent is about there, I think, is fair. People already have subjected themselves to CO score. And I'm unfortunately gonna have to rank myself in that shortly. Out of date, yeah, pretty much. Pacifist, a low percent sunken. This run was a run where I picked up an emerald. It should have been a no gold Pacifist, low percent sunken. So it's absolutely lower ranked than that run is, which it's right there. So I don't think this goes in S tier. I think this goes somewhere in A tier. I think there is fine. Score no CO. It's not a good run. It might seem like A tier material because it's not crazy far from record. Because like 3 mil would have gotten me there, and it was a late start. But this is a score that you can get for a much greater skill deficit than you would think, which makes it a B tier run for me. It's better than the no gold duo record though. Why is this world record? Beat that run. What are you guys doing? Come on. Why did I have to put an icon on this? Jeez. Score. D tier. Top of D tier. Sunken City. 307. I'm very happy with this run. It's one of those unusual main PBs that I'm pretty happy with, even though I've been beat. I'd probably put it... I don't think it can be better than my no gold low. I don't think that makes sense. I think it'll fit nicely between low Eggy and AJE. I think that's a fair spot for it. I know nobody runs no gold chain because I had to put a world record icon here. If anybody ran the category, this would be gone immediately. Tutorial percent, no skips. I did one run of this and I never looked back. It's fine. It's you know what? We'll put it with the other tutorial percent that I've run without really concerning myself much with it. It'll go right below it. Now this tutorial percent is actually good. This one I actually bothered to give a shot, and 17850 tutorial percent in Spelunky 2 is quite good. I think I'll put it right below my no TP any. That seems fair. And that's it. That's Spelunky 2 done. Okay, let's go back through Spelunky 2 now and make probably some serious adjustments for some of these. I didn't put a single Spelunky 2 run in SS tier, and some of them get close, and at a time in the past, I might have put some of them in SS tier, but as it stands right now, I just don't think I have any. And it is so funny. It is so unbelievably funny that I'm looking at this and realizing my highest rated Spelunky 2 speedrun of all time, according to me, is the Ice Cave Shortcut Any percent record. And you know what? I'm not gonna move it. Because objectively, it's so close to being perfect. It's not skillful. It's not, like, even close to representative of being a pro Spelunky player. It doesn't reflect any of my abilities as a player. It's just a randomly very good run. And then the second best is the low percent record. So then no gold, that makes sense, then eggplant percent, that makes sense. I'm glad these are making sense, at least at the top. I was really worried that going through the list that like I'd just immediately be like, none of these make sense, but ICS any, low percent, no gold, eggplant, and then Cosmic Ocean at the top, that is super like reasonable to me. I like that. And I think the ordering is fair too. I don't think I need to change the order. Cosmic Ocean is awkward, but I think it does belong here. If I did Speed IL Ice Caves low percent, I'd probably put it like right below eggplant percent. No, low percent wouldn't move down if Whumper got sub 3. I'm not comparing these to current world record. I'm comparing these to what I think the best standard could be. Sometimes I need to use current world record for that, but in the case of low percent, I know for a fact that sub 3 exists and is a thing that can happen. I went on a very big talk about the low percent record because it's been a run that I've effectively trash talked for a very long time because I think it should be beaten, but like, obviously, its placement here reflects that that's not the truth. It's more so I believe in the Spelunky 2 community to beat it and surpass it. And its placement is well within the idea that sub 3 low percent will happen. And sub 3 low percent, I believe, is an SS tier run for Spelunky 2. So if you want to get on the SS tier, go get that run. Okay, no gold low, that's good. AJE makes sense. Sunken, low Eggy. Yabzu, low sunken. Fair. CS low. I'll leave it there. I think it is true. I'm just grumpy about it. Characters. This is a bit high. I think it can go down right there. Any percent seeded. There's no good ranking for seeded categories, so I'll just leave it. No gold chain like Yabzu, that seems fine. Yazu seems fine. Yagi, no gold sunken. Cuts. Chain low duat. Abzu, Passalo, chain low Abzu. Duat. This is probably a bit high. Keep it above my no TP any though. Let's see. Guess low sunken seems high. Probably goes about there. Duat, chain low Eggy, Duat, no TP Abzu, low Turkey. Pass low sunken, low jungle temple. No gold low Eggy, ICS low Millie. Then millionaire, ICS Passalon. Probably there. Krashabti. No gold chain low Eggy, Duat, Passalo sunken. Passy sunken, no gold Passalo. This can go a bit higher, I think. I think it can go above Passalo sunken. No TP, no gold sunken. No TP Millie. Sunken. Light Cosmic. No gold chain low Duat. ICS low Eggy. Agony. No gold Passy Cosmic. Two skips. No gold Abzu. Passy Cosmic. Score no CO. Chain low Cosmic. No gold Duat. Beat this run! Someone beat this today. Today. Now. Passy Abzu, no gold Cosmic, score, a good True Crown Cosmic, low Millie, low score. I think that's good. I think I like where they are now. Made a few movements, but I think overall the placements are about as accurate as I can hope, being a year out from all of the runs. And now on to Spelunky Classic, and then we'll wrap up with the triathlons. Oh, Spelunky Classic. I don't have many runs of you, but they are arguably decent. This is a bit of a fraud, this run. It has the diamond indicator, signifying that it is the current world record, which is not really the case, because Yellow Slug got a 223 that is unrecorded. Aww. However, 226 at 8% is still a very good run. I would probably rank it... above my low eggy, but below my sunken. Thank you, Wumper. Thank you. Yeah, the first Subberry. Very good run, but there's still definitely room, namely with bomb spam, for any percent to go further in Spelunky Classic. City of Gold percent, 3-minute flat. Given that it's jetpack only, it's a pretty freaking good run. However, that's not how this list works. A 3-minute flat City of Gold is solid, but not super solid. I'd probably put it about on the similar tier as the no TP eggplant run I have. I'll put it above. Put it above that. I think that's fair. Oh yeah, it is. It doesn't use teleporter. Teleporter, like 240 City of Gold percent happens with a teleporter run this good. Low percent City of Gold. This run kind of came out of nowhere because this category is dumb and stupid and is gambling. So of course it came out of nowhere. It's like the only main category I don't like in Spelunky Classic. However, this world record is good. Would I say it's better than the any percent record? I don't think I would. It's not far from it, but I don't think it's quite there. I think it fits above my HD low percent, but below my HD no TP chain. I think that's a good spot for it. And then my regular low percent, 251. It's fine, but low percent in Classic can go very far. It's just a terrible category in that game. I'd probably put it... that's the first time I've ever made that sound, but it was so appropriate for the thinking I was doing. Oh. I would put it about underneath, above my Temple Shortcut low, but below my do-up percent. I think that's fair. Pacifist City of Gold! Another run that is just from my triathlon. It's still good. I think I'm not gonna put it in S tier, because it's just not speed at all. It's just a token clear. I still think it's a good run. I will still put it in A tier. I'll probably put it just above the Passilo Sunken. Little passy cluster here. I think that's a good spot for it. Total man 80%, 218, the tied world record that cannot get untied. Because we can't beat it, apparently, even though I've tried. Good run, good run. Not better than the 80% record. And not better than the low cog record either. I would probably say it's around here. Similar to ASO and No Gold Chain Low Eggy Absu. I think it's a fair spot for it. Tunnel Man City of Gold. And it's a very easy placement in double S tier. It might come as a surprise that there are no double S tier Spelunky 2 runs, and yet a Spelunky Classic run is double S tier. But I promise you, that run is double S tier. It's completely and utterly ridiculous. On that day, I got a 1-second world record, a 2:45 in Tunnel Man City of Gold, and I was happy with that. I thought I could do a bit better, but I was happy with that run. And then I beat it by 16 seconds. 16 seconds in a category that is a 2.5-minute run. So I am confidently placing that in double S tier. It is absolutely a double S tier run. It is unreasonably good. It is truly a category killing run. It is not unbeatable. I think someday, should Spelunky Classic continue to be run by people, it will be beat. However, it is going to take a lot to be able to beat that run. It is borderline perfect. So that's probably it. Those are the two double S tier runs. Surprisingly enough, Spelunky Classic got there. Very, very surprisingly. Tunnel Man low percent City of Gold, not double S tier. It's a great run. I would say it's probably better than my low cog. Well, no, it's not. Is it better than the Tunnel Man any percent? It's just a category that's not as run, which is hard to give it a rating because it can absolutely sub 3. It's a stupid category though. This category is like not awesome. There's occasionally proposals to add it to main. I really hope we don't. If we do, I have a good run, but I really hope we don't because this category is like absolute anti-speedrun energy. It's so bad. I think I'm going to put it above my City of Gold, but just a bit below my Tunnel Man. It's close to that, but a bit below it. Look, if you enjoyed it, like it in main, that's fine. But I'm just saying, at the top level, Tunnel Man Low City of Gold is the dumbest speedrun. It is an exercise in full gambling. Tunnel Man Low Percent. Pretty happy with this run. Sub 230 is very doable. My Olmec was super unfortunate and cost me sub 230 in this run, but I definitely think it's good. I would say it's a bit better than the Tunnel Man any percent record, but not by a huge margin. I'd probably put it just above no TP book skip. I think that's a good spot for it. Yeah. Tunnel Man score. This run's pretty good, but Yellow Slug completely blew me out of the water because every time I get a good score run, eventually I am humbled and once again reminded I am not a good score runner. I'm a terrible score runner. Score runners are so good. I don't know how they do it. I think it's a little bit worse than my low percent PV. Because it's still good. I think that's a reasonable spot for it. It's a little weird to rank score in the middle of speedruns, but Tunnel Man Temple Shortcut Low Percent, my first record in Spelunky Classic. Oh, my foray into the Tunnel Man branding, which at this point has kind of gone by the wayside because now I also just have regular records instead of Tunnel Man only. But this run's good. I don't think it's amazing, but it's good. Just by virtue of the run being so short, it's still very optimized, so it'll place pretty highly. I think it can probably go. I don't want to put it above City of Gold, but I'll put it close. And that's it for Spelunky Classic. Let's review and see if I need to move any of the runs. Tunnel Man City of Gold, cool. Any percent, low City of Gold, that's fine. Tunnel Man low percent, seems good. TM any, TM low cog, yep. Temple Shortcut low percent, score. And then Passy City of Gold's down here. Yeah, I think these placements are fine. Obviously. They're a lot easier to do when there's not as many. And now, the final stretch. The triathlons. All 5 of them. 2 of them are the same though, but I still specified both because I think it's meaningful. Any percent, biathlon, modern. This is a low percent run. Don't let the name of it fool you. Mid A tier. It's a good low percent. They're good low percents, but they're low percents, which means this can go so much further. Put it there. Fitting placement. You ask me. Chain Triathlon 2155. This is a very good triathlon. Beatable, but very good. I would put it probably. Now the classic runs are like these really great markers to fit things into. I think I'm gonna put it just below max no percent. I think that's a good place for it because I believe this category can go sub 20. I believe it has a lot more room. It's a great run, but it's not by any means perfect. Now the hard triathlon, on the other hand, is gonna be a lot lower because kill and skip is a huge benefit in Spelunky 2. You go from what is usually like a 7-minute run to a 4-minute run. That's a lot of time to save just by playing it much more easily. So yeah, kind of good. I'll put it beneath No Gold Chain Hell. I think that's a good spot for it. I think that's a good placement. Low percent triathlon. This is good, but it's very old and I know I can crush it. Definitely better than the hard triathlon. I'd probably put it about on the tier of just under the no TP any record. Spelunky 1. No, that's a little high. Yeah. I think that fits more cleanly, like right around the middle of S tier. Triathlons are tough, so they rank higher by that very virtue, but yeah. Passy, Chain, Triathlon. Here's what I'm gonna say. Okay. By the merits of this run, as itself, as what it is, this run is double S tier. Okay. However, I have to also acknowledge the fact that just because the run is double S tier in my brain doesn't necessarily mean that that makes sense in the context of the category, because I went for this as a deathless run without any kills, which makes it double S tier. It's crazy that I'd actually managed to do that. However, that's not what the category is. You can do it faster, including some deaths along the way, and that's totally viable and reasonable. So I can't really... Oh, sneezy baby. Oh my god. Oh, you poor sneezy lady. Goodness bless you. I wonder if that picked up on the mic. Yeah, I can't keep it in double S tier because of the fact that it's just... It would be fitting the run to the list, completely ignoring the category itself. So, I still think it's a very high S tier run. I still think it goes like... I put it beneath my any percent in Spelunky 1. I think that's a good spot for it. Please watch the run. It's one of the best... It's probably one of my favorite runs of all time. Not just for me, but for all of Spelunky series. It's such a cool run. But it isn't double S tier because of the fact that you can just improve upon that by allowing yourself to die or accidentally kill something, but going faster. Chat, we did it. All 144 Spelunky runs I've ever done, ranked. You can now put numbers on all of them. You can go through my profile and be like, this is his number 8 run. My number 8 run is the any percent world record for Spelunky 1. Let me like look at this now, just to kind of take it, because I've always wondered what I would think are my best runs. So looking at this list, do I agree with what I put? These two being there is totally reasonable. I think my no-go passy chain hell being the absolute best run I've done is maybe not fair or truthful. It's hard to say. But I did make this placement specifically under the pretense that it eventually will be in a no teleporter category. I specify that if it's not no TP, it's not SS tier, but because I think that the times are just not there yet, that eventually when we make that category, it's double S tier. Are there 89 in S tier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 by 5 is 75 plus 14. Yeah, I put 89 of them in there. It's more than half S tier. I still think it's correct. I still think it makes sense. It feels weird, but I still think it makes sense to have an S tier that's as bloated as it is, because it's like, I've run these games for so long. Of course, most of my runs are going to be really good. It's more of a symptom of like the dedication that I've put into the game than necessarily a fault in the tier list. Yeah, a lot of these are world record and former world record. Like, you can see which ones are current world record, and it's like, no, yes, no, yes, 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 no, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, yes. Yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, yes, 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 no, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, 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 no, 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 yes, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no, 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 yes, no, 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 yes. A lot of them. A lot of them are world record. And that's not including former records. Specifying those, just because I think it's interesting. Former record, Former record. Former record. Former record. Former record. Former record. Former record. A lot of it is Spelunky too. Former record. Former record? No. No, no, no. Former record, former record. Former, I think. Former, not, former, not, 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 yeah. Those are challenge indicators. They're categories that I ranked purely on the merits of the clear, because I don't intend to speedrun them and I don't know contextually what a speedrun would look like anyway. So I rank them completely independent of the time. And I figured initially that there would be more of those.
Don't do it!
But then I only ended up with 2.
No!
Which makes me feel silly, but it turns out I think a lot of runs can be fast, including apparently Passy Chain Low Hell and a few others. Also, thanks for gifting 20 subs, Silver. Congrats on the badge. What color is it now? Oh, that's pink too. Good job. Look at you, you're rocking the full pink. To whom it concerns. Can't have your dogs, you can have them, you can take them. Thank you. There's a lot of names on there that are very familiar. Nice. Thank you, Silver. Spreading the good angry dogs. Woo! Goodness gracious. Thank you guys for helping support me. I appreciate it. I felt bad making this a dono goal. Because it had been so long since I had done a dono goal based thing. I was like, should I do this? And then I remembered it's my job. So I did. And then it got filled in 4 minutes. Yeah. Wow. It's quite interesting to see some of these. Like, I knew that the low percent from Spelunky 2 was going to rate highly, but I wasn't sure how high I was going to put it. And 6th best, I think, is fair. And it's really 5th best. Because, ICSNE is just a rogue element. Like, the only runs being above it are Passy Chain Low Hell, No TP Max Chain, Tunnel Man City of Golden Ogle, Passy Chain Hell. And that makes sense. I think those are the runs that I've done that have cleared this bar. And that is a high bar. And it's so interesting to see, like, in this month, the month of March, I got 2 of my top 10 runs of all time. Huh. It's a really interesting exercise. I wasn't sure how I'd feel after doing this, but I'm kind of glad I did, because it gives me some very interesting insight on, like, where I'm at, and it's just like, oh, you know, I am still doing things that I think are just, like, above and beyond, huh? But also, some of the stuff that I've done in the past still holds up, so that's interesting. And then there's this part of the tier list. Runs that never should have been put on Monk's ranking. Hi, Bella. I think she's like a little sick. She's caught a bit of a cold. And it makes it look like she's crying, which like actually tugs at my heartstrings, even though I know she's not crying. She just has watery eyes because, you know, that's what happens when you get a little sick. Isn't that right, sweet? Isn't that right? Missing a world. Why is this run record? Look at this. Look at how low this is, and it still has the freaking world record icon. It's the lowest rated world record on the list. It is the lowest rated world record on the list, and deservingly so. So, okay, let's like pick apart some of this for fun, right? So, my top 10 runs: no gold passy chain hell, total man city gold, no TP max chain, ICS any, passy chain low hell, that's top 5. Low percent, no gold max passy chain, any percent passy chain triathlon, no gold pass fish chain low duo. Those are my top 10 runs. Interesting. It's not the lowest ranked world record, it's second lowest. This is the lowest ranked record. And then, what is the lowest ranked main world record? Is it no TP any? I think it is. Yeah, only 2. I kept SS as a very high bar. Yeah, no TP any in Spelunky HD is the lowest rated main world record that I have. And I stand by that. I think no TP any has a lot of work to do. And then ASO is next. And then Tournament any percent, interestingly, is pretty low relative to other main world records, but I think that's fair, honestly. Like, Yellow Slug has gotten a run that's only 5 seconds slower than this, which goes to show that Tunnel Man could use some work. And then Tunnel Man low percent, fair enough. Low cog, fair enough. And then we start getting into the main world records that I feel very positively about, which is any percent, no gold, no TP, no gold, any percent, low percent. Oh my cog. Yeah, ranking these by like fun would be extremely different. Extremely different. There would be probably more SS tiers, but also a lot more like D tiers. I never got to a point where I wanted to make just a challenge run indicator, Remy, because I don't think I ever pushed my challenge runs that far. The closest is no gold passy chain low duot, and TV Robot has proven it's a speed run. Or speed viable, I should say. Let me save this real fast. So that I can have the image for future reference. Yeah, that's interesting. Next donut goal, true. I did meme earlier about numbers, but I'm not going to say it again because I don't want to bait people into giving me money. Yet. So what's the lowest rated former main record is the question. I'm not gonna count Millionaire because that's different, obviously. Lowest rated former main record. Low percent Jungle Temple. I think that's fair. It's a run I got in an hour, so yeah, understandable. And then the next lowest former main record is no TP duet, which is also fair. It's no TP book skip, the highest rated book skip category, probably. Yeah, there it is, and there's no other book skip runs, and that I think is completely fair. I think this is the best book skip speedrun that I've done. Most of the other book skip speedruns, I just don't think have gotten there yet. In fact, is this the only book skip in S tier? No, we have no gold max low Eggy. Oh, okay, no, Temple Shortcut Low Hell is technically the highest rated book skip run. But it's kind of weird to count that. It's different in a way. But this is the highest rated full book skip run, for sure. I still can't get over that Ice Cave Struck at 80% is up here, but like, yeah, of course it is. How are you gonna beat it? Good luck. So you can, it's not SS tier, you can beat it. And even SS tier is beatable. This is not the unbeatable tier, that doesn't exist. But like, good luck, it's pretty close. No percent hell. Oh yeah, no percent hell outranks it too, that's true. I forgot. Yeah. This is ranked by how good the runs are. It's not ranked by how fun they are. Otherwise, a lot of these runs would not be. Low percent pet rock is an S tier. No. No. Well, you know what? Fine. Fun ranking. Oh, the colors got reset. Whatever. Fun ranking time, okay? You ready? We're gonna rank the categories based upon how fun they are. And caveat, before we start, if a category is main, and I don't think it should be main, it is going to get nerfed extremely hard. It is going to be very nerfed if it is in main, and I don't think it should be. So keep that in mind when we get to max low percent, okay? Yeah, I feel like my color roster was better, but I'm too lazy to fix it. Ugh. AJE Spelunky 1, A tier, pretty fun. ASO, D tier. 80% is Spelunky 1. Low A tier. Big Money, B tier. Book Skip Eggplant, S tier, pretty fun. Book Skip Hell, mid A tier. Book Skip Shield, S tier, very fun, very good, S tier. This should still be very high standard. Chain Eggplant, as a challenge, S tier. As a speedrun, C tier. Chain Hell, low S tier. It's very fun, but I can't put it in a high S tier because it's so hard to run. Chain Low Hell, there. Drain Mech Book Skip, B tier. Who cares? Drain Mech Chain Hell, low A tier. Drain Mech, low B tier. Haunted Max Any, high B tier. Haunted Max Passy Chain, high A tier. ICS Max low percent, low C tier. Low percent Hell, high A tier. Low percent Pet Rock, D tier. Low percent Spelunky HD, SS tier. Low percent Score, D tier. Master Sword Chain Low Hell, very high S tier. Max Any percent, B tier. Max Book Skip Shield, a little more fun than regular Book Skip Shield. Max Chain Eggy, it's an improvement, low B tier. Max Chain, D tier, because it's main and it shouldn't be. Max Chain Shield, high B tier, and it's surprising. Max low percent, literally like so bad. So awful, why is it in main? Max no percent. Believe it or not, because of the landmine rule change, I'm going to put it in mid A tier. It previously was like mid C tier, but with the landmine rule change, I actually really enjoyed running it. Max Passy Chain Eggy, low S tier. No Gold Chain Hell, it should be S tier, but it's dropped down to A tier because it's so hard to actually run. No Gold Haunted Max Any percent. Let's put it in high A tier. I feel like it gives you enough wiggle room that improves on regular Any. No Gold Haunted Max Pacifist low percent, low S tier. No Gold Low Hell, yeah. High B tier. No Gold low percent. Doesn't quite capture the joy of regular low percent for me. No Gold Max Low Eggy. High A tier. No Gold Max Passy Book Skip. Low A tier. No Gold Max Passy Chain. High S tier. No Gold Pacifist Any percent. Low A tier. No Gold Pacifist Chain Hell, SS tier. No Gold, mid S tier. No percent Hell, high B tier. No TP Any, low S tier. No TP book skip, high S tier. Probably the best book skip run. No TP chain hell, mid S tier, because it's inconsistent. No TP drain mech, mid S tier, S tier. No TP haunted max chain. This is gonna take so long, even though I'm blistering through it. Mid S tier. No TP max any. There. No TP max book skip. Low S tier. No TP max chain. SS tier. Like very high SS tier. No TP no gold book skip. High B tier. No TP no gold chain hell. Same as no gold chain hell. No TP, no gold, haunted max chain. Low S tier, hard to run, but fun to run. No TP, no gold, kinda low A tier, just randomly you lose. Passy chain hell, SS tier. Like it more than no gold run. Passy chain low hell, C tier to run. When you get runs that work, it's very fun, but those are few and far between. Score, no major glitch. It's a vibe, high A tier. Score duped, D tier. Temple shortcut, low hell. Weirdly, this is like mid S tier for me. I don't know how it got here. I started out with this as a C tier, but then I ran it more and now it's like mid S tier. Temple shortcut low percent, like mid A tier. It's brainless. Tutorial percent, like mid C tier. Vanilla score, low A tier. Abzu percent, like bottom C tier. AJ Spelunky 2, low S tier. Any percent Spelunky 2, SS tier. Any percent seated Spelunky 2, this low C tier. Chain low Abzu, low A tier. Chain low Cosmic, mid C tier. Chain low Duat, depends upon the route. Modern routes are probably high B tier. Chain low Eggy Abzu, low S tier. Chain low Eggy Duat, mid S tier. Cosmic Ocean, high B tier, I guess. Rashabti, SS tier. No, mid A tier. Duat percent, less agonizing than Abzu, I guess. Still high C though. Eggy Abzu, mid B tier. Eggy Cosmic, it's probably just worse than regular Cosmic. Eggplant Duat, high B tier. Eggplant percent, mid A tier. Eggy Truecon Cosmic, definitely more fun. Truecon Cosmic actually kind of improves the experience. ICS any, what do you, mid C tier? You can't run it. ICS low Eggy, D tier. ICS low Millionaire, high B tier. ICS low percent, mid A tier. Mid to high A tier, it's a vibe. ICS low Sunken, same thing really. ICS Passalo, mid B tier. Low percent Eggplant, S tier. Highest tier, in my opinion. Low percent Jungle Temple, low A tier. Low percent Millionaire, mid A tier. Low percent Spelunky 2, low S tier for me, but that's particular. Most people would probably rank it lower. Low percent Score in Spelunky 2, mid S tier, believe it or not. Low percent Sunken in Spelunky 2, mid S tier, low S tier. Low percent Turkey. Somehow this is very high S tier. I like when this category got added, I thought it was a complete joke, but it's actually very fun. Millionaire, low S tier. No gold Abzu, low B tier. No gold chain low Duat, mid B tier. No gold chain low Eggy Abzu, high A tier actually. No gold chain low Eggy Duat. I would probably just put it in the same boat. No gold Cosmic, low B tier. No gold Duat, shove it with Abzu. No gold low percent Eggplant, high A tier. No gold low percent in Spelunky 2, mid A tier. No gold low percent Sunken, probably mid B tier. No gold Passy chain low Duat, very low S tier, like bottom of S tier. No gold Passy Cosmic, I would probably put mid A tier. No gold Passy low percent, high A tier. No gold pacifist, low percent sunken, low B tier. No gold passy sunken, high C tier. It's just not that interesting. No gold in Spelunky 2, top of S tier. That's gonna make a lot of people mad. No TP Abzu, very low B tier. No TP all characters, probably high A tier. No TP any in Spelunky 2, low A tier. Too easy to just lose. No TP all shortcuts, mid C tier. No TP Duat, bottom C tier. No TP eggplant. When I did this run, mid A tier, but I think nowadays it's like mid B tier, mid to low B tier, honestly. All characters is fun. I enjoy all characters. I really enjoyed running it. It was such a nice reprieve from all shortcuts. But I totally agree that RTA should not be main. But I do enjoy the run quite a bit. I put all journal entries in S tier. No TP Eggy Duat. High A tier. It's fun. No TP Millionaire. Mid A tier. No TP No Gold Sunken. Low B tier. No TP Passy Sunken. High B tier. No TP Sunken. Mid B tier. It's way too reliant on bombs. Passy Abzu. I don't know. I haven't really run it. Low B tier, I guess. Passy Cosmic. Not as high as No Gold Passy, but still like it. Pacifist low percent. High S tier. Passilo Sunken. High A tier. Score no CO. If I could just run it, mid A tier, but because I can't, low B tier. Score CO tier. Sunken City percent, low S tier. Where's any percent at? It's an S tier. Okay, low S tier. Tutorial percent, no skips. Just low B tier. Regular tutorial percent, also low B tier. A little bit more fun. Any percent in Spelunky Classic, S tier, mid S tier. City of Gold percent in Spelunky Classic. When it works, it's high S tier, but because it doesn't a lot, it's high A tier. Low percent City of Gold, mid C tier. Low percent Spelunky Classic, low B tier. Pacifist City of Gold, low S tier. Funnel Man any percent, S tier. High S tier. Funnel Man City of Gold, mid to low S tier. Funnel Man low percent City of Gold, low C tier. Tunnel Man low percent. Mid S tier. Tunnel Man score. I only did one run of it ever. It was fun. High A tier. Tunnel Man Temple Shortcut low percent. Low A tier. Modern Biathlon any percent. S tier. Chain Triathlon double S tier. But only barely. Hard Triathlon. Mid-high S tier. Low percent Triathlon. Mid S tier. Classic low percent. Low S tier. Passy Chain Triathlon double S tier. There you go. Categories ranked by how fun they are. Yeah. I like how Master Sword Chainlow ended up here. And I kind of agree with it. Max Book Skip Shield is way too high. To be clear, the run-to-run ranking, I did not bother. I was just putting them in the tiers mostly, in the range, so to speak. I only mix these around because they're the most important ones. I think Passy Chain Hell being my favorite speedrun of all time is fair. Max is Worm and Mothership. Yeah. Passy Chain Hell, no TP Max Chain, low percent in Spelunky HD. Definitely, like, probably. Like, this is the reason I fell in love with running the game. I used to just run low percent in HD all the time. Really want to try Passy Chain Hell? Please do. I can't. You would love Pacifist Chain Hell. I'm telling you, like, you would adore this run. And I love this speedrun. Pacifist Chain Hell is such a good run. Like, I cannot express enough how sad I am that I and everybody else discounted Pacifist in HD. Like, it just seemed so stupid, and like, I just was like, why would you bother? And I think a lot of it was probably just because of the mines, mostly. But it's so fun. It's so fun to do pacifist runs, especially Chain. It's like, it makes me so sad that people don't regularly run this category because it's so fun. It's actually a good speedrun. Yes, it does introduce some more RNG, but in my experience, it has not been that bad. And the way that you combat the RNG just feels so engrossing. Like, when I get to Anubis, I am thinking and putting so much like brain juice into the process of dealing with him that even when it's bad, it's just so fun. And same thing for Olmec with the push block setup. As long as you don't get no push blocks, like, it's so fun to get there and just be like, oh, how do I do this quickly? Oh, it's so good. Chain is explained in that command. Die in the black market 3 times in a row. This category is stupid. Passy Chain Hell? Okay, so yes, but oh, no, don't do it. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh man. Oh my god. That's amazing. Well, this was fun. You get more than 60 frames on Spelunky HD? No. I don't believe Spelunky HD supports greater frame rate, but I also don't personally really care. 144 hertz definitely helps teleporter runs, but not that big of a deal. But it will be interesting if when I go back to Spelunky 2 to get back to 144 hertz teleporter, because it's a huge buff. Like, it like, I sometimes want to just be like, when I go back to Spelunky 2, I'm gonna smash out a 125 any percent. Because it feels like that should happen. Because I've been basically running a way harder teleporter speed game for a year now. And becoming proficient at it in a much more difficult set of circumstances. And it feels like that should translate to me going back to Spelunky 2 and just destroying an 80% run. But maybe not. Maybe it won't actually transfer. But it is probably the most enticing thing about going back to Spelunky 2 is seeing how that pans out. Okay.
Oh, sweetie, I love you. I love you.
I was planning on doing runs today as well, but we're at the 3-hour mark and I've been talking nonstop, so my throat kind of hurts. So I think I'm probably gonna call it. I hope it was fun. It's different. People who have been around since the Terraria days have had this experience before, but a lot of you are not that. So hopefully you enjoyed this sort of chaotic tier list vibe, because it's not my first foray into it. I know, Finn, I know, it's really funny. So yeah, hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully it was worth the hype and the 3 hours of sitting here and watching me rank my runs. When are we getting more? I'm not against it, but I want to make sure that they're good. I don't want them to just be dumb. So yeah, I'm gonna call it because my throat hurts. Otherwise, I'd probably keep going because I do still have energy, but my throat hurts. So, !social.